one was full flood from Shop. This is a full flood from CT. Both of them equally destructive.
There's a big difference between what Sentinels and NRG have shown. NRG has been playing really default comps, the old Ascent comp that everyone plays. Even on Sunset, they're still running solo Sky.
Yeah.
What I've been focused on more for them is how the synergy is working, how the mid-rounding is working. Sentinels through other games have already proved how good those fundamentals are. And what they're starting to show us now is that deep in this tournament, they have new ideas, new prep, and are actually willing to take some risks and be ahead of the curve on the meta. I think that's the best comp you can play on Sunset, and I think they implemented it beautifully. This is a Sentinels that doesn't just have those fundamentals, but also has these creative compositions.
Yeah.
And the question today is if we're going to see more of that, or if that was just something special for Sunset.
Well, honestly, with this squad, anything can be possible here, but one thing that I do feel quite confident in us discussing is Zekin's prowess on the server.
So good.
Because he is having some damn good games. And Ender, I think it goes as far as to say that, this is the best that we have seen Zekin, and he was already fantastic last year.
No, the guy was an absolute monster, and specifically, it's not just funny big numbers, haha. First in kills per round, first
it's
in damage per round.
That's against every other duelist playing in Americas, and there are some amazing players here that we have already seen showcase. This guy is still a young player, but he has experience at this point. He's been in Tier 1 for at least 3, nearly 4 years now, and is just constantly leveling up. It feels unreasonable how much better he looks every tournament he plays.
Oh yeah, and in the Sentinels dismantling MIBR, he was the factor. He had almost 2 kills for every death he had in server in that series. That's what the 2-0 was about.
Yeah, and I think when you look at Zekin's overall impact on the team, he's only going to continue to contribute like this. He's on a great path here, and it's going to be a tall order for their opponents to have to stop. And, well, that actually brings us over to their opponents because you got NRG now. And what's fascinating is Sentinels, they really needed to just push their way through round after round, match after match. NRG, well, they did it in 4. They're vibing.
They get to remain an enigma because they also didn't play really the new stuff. 3 of their 4 maps were Breeze and Ascent.
I just feel like that's such a bad thing, though, in my mind. I don't know why. I'm just worried.
Is it a bad thing, though? Because there is still time, right? They've had across this tournament, you kind of have 2 weeks where you're not playing during the week, where you can be practicing, prepping, coming up with
That's
new
perfectly
things.
fair.
For me, I think it is a distinct advantage to have played less, especially for a team like this, where I have no worries about them really needing stage time with the experience you see on those 5 faces behind us.
Yeah, ultimately, they have shown in their 4 games they are the best at playing boring Valorant, the 2023 Valorant.
Yes.
But that is the superpower because we don't know what their read on the current meta is. Are they playing old stuff because they don't need to tap into new ideas?
Yeah.
Are they playing it because it's comfortable because the Sky patch came in pretty close to the league starting? Have they made any changes from then until now? Sentinels have no way of knowing. How are we supposed to know? The only ones that know are NRG, and until they're forced to show something, we're not going to know.
Yeah, and if you're playing boring 2023 Valorant, the player you want is the best player of 2023, Demon 1.
Yeah.
He's picked up his performance from last year and just continued it here into kickoff. The guy has been lights out on the Jet. What I'd love to see is that it seems like his teammates, every round, buy up Demon 1. Buy up Demon 1. He's using it so much more, 26% more than he used it last year already.
And that's because compared to with Potter, when sometimes he had to play the silly smokes
Hey, get on Astra. Hey, get on Astra.
NRG only, I don't think they've unlocked any agents in the client apart from Jet. The man is playing Jet on every map. And again, Breeze and Ascent obviously
It's
plays
just fascinating. This is the same playbook from years prior.
But a Sunset is very unique because no one else is really playing Jet on them map. You're always seeing Raze. You're seeing no dive.
Yeah.
He is still going for that Jet, having huge impact with the fights he's able to take. And again, upping as much as he possibly can.
It's going to be fascinating how Demon 1 navigates this, or whether or not he doesn't need to. And if his team is just like, do whatever you need to, and then just win us the game, Of course, though, when you think about this squad and what they're going to need, maybe another world champion can help you out there. You got Ethan, who is, again, just continuing to show why he is who he is, why he is him. He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, there was questions around him coming in as an IGL, but to be able to be already quite successful playing that older style, you need an excellent mid-rounder, and that's exactly what this guy brings. The calls thus far have been really impressive from him. His synergy with Demon 1 is clearly excellent. I think of all the Breeze maps, so he's playing KO, where Demon 1 seems to have a perfect flash to set him up every single round. It's beautiful to watch. This duo is one of the big reasons why NRG is so strong right now, on top of just a great mid-rounding.
Yeah, again, because they have focused on things that have been so static for so long, they get to be really creative when it comes to their calling. Anyways, what we are looking at now is the two orgs and their history of performance at international events. The DNQ, that's a did not qualify. And you can see for Sentinels, it's been quite some time.
Yeah, the last time they made it to an international event.
Don't say Sao Paulo.
I mean, I'm not really counting that one, but it was basically 2021 when they were really making it into these international tournaments. The core of this NRG team has been to pretty much every single one. They have 4th place, they have 1st place. They're always on top. This is a chance for Sentinels to break that streak.
Let's see if this happens, folks. The teams are ready to go, and let's see where we're headed today. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, welcome to Map Pick Ban. Since NRG is our group winner, they get to pick team side, and they opted to pick Team B, so Sentinels will be Team A. Sentinels, you have the first map ban.
Ban Breeze.
Sentinels ban Breeze. And NRG, your map ban?
We're gonna ban Bind.
NRG bans Bind. And Sentinel, your map pick?
Pick Sunset.
Sunset. And NRG, your side?
We'll take defense.
NRG picks defense. And your map pick?
We'll go for Ascent.
NRG picks Ascent. And Sentinels, your side?
Defense.
Sentinels pick defense. And your map ban?
Yeah, we'll ban Icebox.
Sentinels ban Icebox. NRG, your map ban?
I'll leave it up to you. Okay.
We'll ban Lotus.
Okay, NRG bans Lotus, and the default map is going to be Sunset. And Sentinels, you have to pick side.
Defense. Not
Sentinels
split, but defense.
Oh, split, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oops.
Buy the bundle, by the way.
Buy our bundle.
Oh, you said defense, right?
Yeah.
All right, good luck, have fun, guys.
Riot Games Arena, it's time to introduce your first team to the stage. Sin City, give it up for your Sentinels! And now, their opponents for this NA Showdown. Give them your energy!
This is it, the final spot for Madrid on the line, and it's up to 2 North American teams to fill that spot. Will it be Sentinels or will it be NRG? And make sure you guys are out there supporting your favorite teams. Pick up those capsules while you go ahead and watch this awesome confrontation.
It is going to be good, and with EG's loss just moments ago, there are only 2 players from the championship EG roster that have the chance to return to the first international event of the year. That is NRG's Ethan and Demon 1.
But for the side of Sentinels, they have a chance to do something the organization hasn't been able to achieve outside of auto-qualified events in 3 years. It has been a long time since this team has representation at an international event.
And we have seen players re-qualified for Madrid after huge absences. Lakia, right? Magnum, Patatek on an international stage from EMEA. Tens has his chance now here as well today.
This is going to be the tournament where the old dogs are gone. It has been upset after upset. If NRG could make it here again, deny Sentinels their shot at an international tournament, they would be a real contender for the title. Honestly, either of these teams would be. Can they make it to that international event? This match is the hurdle. It's 1 BO3 away.
And starting things on Sunset for Sentinels has to feel good, right? They're coming off that high, beating G2 in that first game on this map and looking so full. They did not lose a single round on their defensive side.
And if I could just set some emotional stakes here for a minute, it actually did get word. It's not just one birthday. We have 2 birthdays today, Ethan and Zelsis, on opposite sides of the field playing against each other. Someone's going to get a really nice birthday gift today.
Yeah, but only one person. The other one, I hope there is cake. I hope there's a wish, and I hope that they both blew out the candles before this game, quite frankly. Because if you wait now, it is far too late.
Let's talk more about the comps on this map, though. Last time NRG played the old style, they had a Sky, they had a Jet. That was their single initiator. I frankly did not love the comp. I think it gives you limited options to fight for a main. It's very reliant on Demon 1 as an individual having high impact with the op, and I think that Sentinel's comp would match up really well against it, unless they're changing it up somehow.
Yeah, I do agree, and Sentinels are sticking to the tried and true. I would say the one benefit of running this Jet, especially against the double flash combo here, is you can sort of play outside of space.
Oh
and
shit,
peek back
Demon
into it
1.
with the dash to then escape. So I think if Demon 1 is playing around that, timing out the utility before pouncing, that is his chance to disrupt the combo.
NRG have to figure out how to solve the post plants here. Remember, Sentinels had a perfect defense when they debuted this comp. We'll have to see if they can do it again, as it's one more slot in Madrid between Sentinels and NRG.
Two of North America, most clouded teams are ready to duke it out. So let's go ahead and jump into the action. Make some noise for your casters. It's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, GB Dre. Legends are made in moments like this, where there's just one match to be played and one spot up for grab at the international stage. This is what Valorant is all about.
Yeah, and Sentinels has been trying so hard, as the desk was saying, to get to an international LAN in general, other than the ones that they're already invited to.
Yep.
So a lot on the line, and they looked great this entire offseason. They did everything right, but it all does come down to this one moment, going up against what is probably the most stacked team that we've seen an NA roster.
Well, I mean, this is a roster everyone was excited about when the offseason hit, and we found out that these moves are happening, that Ethan and Demon 1 were heading over. Everyone went nuts, and there were a lot of questions about, are they going to be able to execute? They don't have an IGL. Who's going to be the leader? Who's going to be the caller? They've gotten to this point in the tournament. Again, now just one series away from achieving the international stage, but there's still so much before them. Sentinels on the attacking side. They're going to be running the Raze into the Jet combo on the other side. NRG already aggressive. The flash is out. The swing is there too, but second with the classic punches back. What can Demon 1 do? Trying to land onto a second. Nothing is found, but the damage has been done.
And Doug, both duelists going 2 for 0 right now, evening things up for each other.
I think there have been a lot of conversation right around Zekin, and we know the kid is nuts. He's goated. He continues to impress and continue to improve, but I think there's been this question. Now that the lights are at their brightest, now that the stage is at the biggest, how can he match up against Demon 1?
Yeah,
so far, so good.
Exactly, and Demon 1 has been known to outshine every other duelist, and honestly, out 1v1 any other duelist in this league so far. But Zekin, he's been putting his head down, putting the work in for years to get to this point. And it looks like this ace site will be free. A little bit of a retake from NRG, and this is what we saw a lot the last time they played this map.
30 seconds left.
Retake focus setups. Demon 1 sitting very healthy after that confrontation.
Well, Paranoia is not going to land, but it's not going to matter. Zekin with 3 on the round. All of them with the classic. And they get the spike down. Just Demon 1 and Crashies left to try to save the situation.
I like that proactivity from the likes of SEN.
Is this?
There's no way.
Wait, is there a place that they can do this? They're on. It's gonna get really close. Oh no!
And Zekin puts 4 up for Sentinels on the round, but Crashy's just sticking the bomb. And how many times have we seen this NRG roster do this? They just stick the bomb. They don't care. So much faith in their team.
Is this what we're in for?
B.
Already.
It's been one round.
Already.
They got pushed so far into elbow, they had to spit at their feet. They couldn't contest the defuse, and it just wasn't enough.
Look at Ethan. He's like, ooh, you gonna give that to us? Big mistake, huh? Big mistake out of Sentinels there.
I mean, you'd kill to have that one back, but there's no time to think it over.
Go get him.
They've invested.
Unforcing.
Yeah, they've invested into the round. You're right. Stingers and then a share for Sasi. Once again, wanting to return to the scene of the crime, investing and turning their eyes over towards A. Marv close by, though.
It looked like they wanted to flood there, but something made Marv call that off.
Yeah, I think twice about it.
Spike planted.
And speak of the devil, the demon is here.
Already getting 2 on the round, pushing the pace and dashing forward.
He already top bomb.
I mean, you've got to check it now, right? Surely you don't fall for that again. Demon 1 holding the line, or at least trying to. Ethan sticking the defuse, and that's another one for NRG.
That's such a great call that you just made there. They have to check if they're on the bomb now.
Oh, absolutely.
Ever since the first round, they're going to be worried about that. Oh, is NRG sticking the bomb in a 2v3, in a 2v4? This case, they have the numbers, but look at Demon 1 already.
Second wasn't even his initial target.
Yeah.
Like, that was such a last-second flick.
Oh, what a great spray down from Crashies there. That was clean.
Wait, they're not really shooting back, bro.
No, they're not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it's a little too early to tell if they're shooting back or not, but, you know,
I mean, Zekin has so far.
definitely.
A great start for the youngster, but it's a rough start to this round.
And remember what I was saying, Demon 1's so good at isolating the opposing team's duelist every single time he plays a game, and he's so confident in taking that duel.
And then, you know, some of the mind games become a factor too, right? It's not just the fight that's happening in the server, it's what's happening outside of it, what's happening between the ears of the players. And so far for Sentinels, this is a good start, all things considered.
Look at how aggressive NRG has been playing some of these setups. Trying to take the fight into the, maybe not at the first barrier, but into those spots that Sentinels like to walk into.
Right. The second line of defense. Marv has gone exploring.
And off all that commotion, he just pushed all the way through A, like you said.
An opportunistic denial of space from the controller.
He's just gonna miss this timing, but that should give the info that they are working up mid here. Especially when this trip breaks.
Yeah, and you start to see some of the pings on the minimap too. Suspicious of where they might be.
Last player standing.
They waited too long.
Down mid.
They waited too long. Marv not able to clean up the third. But with 42 HP, that quickly dwindles to 0. NRG up 3-0 early on Sunset.
Careful here.
I thought Marv for a second there wasn't gonna turn. He was looking at tiles the entire time, but just looks to his left for a brief second, gets the 2K there. Little spray down with the Spectre long range. And it's already here. Demon 1 snowballing off of every round. All the kills he's gotten with that Guardian. Now he already has an op in his hands.
Remain.
Oh, that's just so satisfying to watch.
Yeah. A great start for NRG. And again, it looks like it may continue. Demon 1 with the op in hand, blades in his back pocket as well.
And I really want to shout out this strategy from NRG where they're not playing for the first wave of util. They're playing for the second walk-in. And that's so important because that's just all prep work, right? They know that Sentinels likes to use the dagger to find close space, take control of areas early on. But they're playing for that second layer. And it looks like Sentinels so far is not ready for that. Let's see if there's any adaptations made from Sen to maybe save utility on the first choke.
Ult used to clear out the site. NRG respectfully giving up all the space that they need to.
That's an amazing Gecko ult, Doug.
I mean, it just created so much space. They're going to live to fight another day. Wingman should successfully get the spike down, and the crowd will cheer. Right on cue.
And not only that, but he gets to pick up the ult again.
Yeah.
The Sasi. Gonna use this for NRG's retake. It's quiet across the board right now.
What's the cue for NRG to go? You see some of the smoke start to come out from the controller.
They're contacting.
All the way, though? Not with second and 10s there. And again, Sassy still has his ult. Hasn't used it yet, but I think NRG might be calling it quits already.
Yeah. And I mean, I respect it. I respect it. You have it off on the board, right?
Yeah.
You want to see Demon 1 try to get an entry first. I mean, he whiffed the shot. He did get the dash out. So had he gotten that kill, maybe it would have opened up the entire site for the retake. But very clean utility out of Sentinels here to take the A site. I really like that ult from Sassy once again. Wrapping all the way around lane, going into elbow so we can pick it up again. That's huge to have for that post plant. Just the replay.
There was that op shot that you mentioned. Second and 10 did a really good job of holding the line.
Yeah, great poise from Zekin there to not peek as soon as the molly came out. He understands he can let it cook a little bit. He's not going to die right away. Try to catch him off on a timing, and that's exactly what he did. Really A control here.
There.
Little pop flash lineup for Zekin to get elbow control.
He does have his ults online.
Oh, he goes up lane.
Is there anything? Oh, the knife.
He should know.
He's
But it
got
could be anywhere.
Yeah, it's almost too big. There it is. That'll connect. Marvel's a sitting duck, had nowhere to go. Tried not to move. Ultimately, doesn't matter. Numbers advantage still in favor of Sentinels as Marv and Ethan have both fallen. Still in the hands of the duelist, but again, not really finding space, not really able to convert any of this into some room.
What a great hit from Sen. And something they struggled with the last time they played on this map was that utility on these A hits, but it looks like they're way more rehearsed now on utility, not missing anything. I think in their matchup, they didn't even have a molly lineup for the default of A, where in their previous comp with the Breach, they would always have the Breach C to clear that area out. So now I think that they went to the lab and they cooked up. Sassy might be sitting on 0 kills, 0 assists, but his util has been getting tremendous value and info.
The impact he's had on these rounds has been tremendous. And so with that, Sentinels get up to 2. They keep things competitive, they keep things close, and it seems like we may be getting a really early timeout out of the side of NRG here.
Yeah, and I think so far what we've seen from Sen is they realize that Demon 1 and NRG's game plan has been to fight that early B control at some point, right? But since NRG are not playing the initial barrier, they don't have the info on B main. So they're playing so far back that allows Sentinels to actually full hit a site and run into only one Omen, right? Crashy's had to try to get a trade, but the KO ult was perfect. Ended up being a 5v3 post plant there.
Dre, at this point in a series, a big series, there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of excitement and attention to it. You get through the first couple of rounds and teams start to settle, right? You kind of lose some of those like early round jitters where everything is hype, the comps slow down a little. Is that what you think part of this timeout is here?
I think it's just to stop any momentum of Sen right now and maybe make an adaptation to what they're doing. I think that you're going to see maybe Demon 1 go a little bit more aggro here instead of playing that passive op line that we've seen him do so far. And maybe even drop the op and pop knives and do it that way, right? So if you're not running into Demon 1, you're running into somebody else with the op, and there it is.
Like Marv, perhaps?
There you go, yeah. The 1-2 combo that NRG has been setting up for, I don't know, forever, right? Even back in Ye days, right? Marv and Ye.
Right there. See if they can find any success with that op.
But look, Sen has already pinged that there might be a mid walkout here. That's really important going into this round. Maybe already having a hard read.
The blades are online. The op is currently mid. And they've got an early pit invested A main.
Beautiful dagger gets all the info for Sen. They're aware now that this Jet was trying to go for the walkout mid, so a very, very hard read.
What they don't know, though, is that it's Marv who has the op, and they don't know where he is.
Very true.
Oh, they know now. Just narrowly missing. Yeah. I mean,
Patay ka.
the difference there.
They just reset here, go to B main, but NRG should be aware that they saw multiple bodies crossing off of that one op shot.
I think what they don't.
You see, look at the minimap.
Yeah, what I think they don't know is if the hit's going to be split through mid or not, because they just dropped a one-way back in spawn.
Hala.
They have to respect that. Start to see some of the flashes come through with the nades. Roomba on the way out, Dizzy.
Oh, he got knifed.
Ang knife yung ult
Paranoia,
ni
they're gonna
ano,
have to navigate around as
Demon.
well. starting and
Matay.
making their way forward. Second
Ito
on
na.
the first, the flash. There's
Matay.
the plan, but they're no longer around for this world. Sentinels finding everything they could possibly want.
Grabe.
Another situation where we're just calling it a
Anti-demon man
save.
yung ano nila, KO. Grabe KO ba?
I mean, the money is just going to continue to abound for Sentinels if this persists.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, there's not much you can do with an AWP-1 rifle on a retake and a 2v4.
Yeah.
Sentinel's doing a great job of picking the right
Grabe
site
si
off the contact
Ziken.
that they did. And that second dagger,
Kaya pala
Celsius,
nag-KO.
kinda shot him out right now. Getting massive value with his dagger so far. He basically made Demon 1 useless this entire
Hell
round.
yeah.
I mean, he got knifed twice in a row. Ethan got caught out there, maybe thinking that his team was going to flood a little bit faster.
They're hunting these weapons. I mean, it's
as they should.
It's primarily just Celsius who's going to be the closest.
We
Can
care
they get
about
there in
scores,
time?
man, rather than kills.
So the AWP and the rifle will be carried into the next. And it'll be surrounded by a couple of other weapons that are purchased. The AWP goes back into the hands of Demon 1. And we get to look at that play one more time. Good night, that's so close.
Miss.
And it's shots like that, missed shots like that, that is the difference between winning and losing a round, right?
Oh, for sure.
That one kill could have been so impactful. Here we go again from NRG, setting up for early mid-aggression.
Grabe.
Is Sentinel aware this time?
Nabakasan ng Sentinel yung strat ng NRG.
Crash clears.
I really like that he breaks the dagger there.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make Sentinels overthink here and potentially have to use more utility to clear it. But maybe that Omen smoke was a giveaway that no one's pushed up.
No info on the other side. The orb up for grabs.
Ito na. Pak!
Oh,
Miss!
one again. Just a little short.
Miss!
Second chance!
He left him.
Clips him through the wall.
Kinabahan na
25
si
HP for the
Demon.
initiator.
But look at how much info NRG has here. They have him pinched.
Yeah, I mean, they can't get out. They've lost all mid control. The only place they could really go is to spawn.
This hit has to be clean from Sen.
Second has gotten out a little bit, but
Bak,
close line
isa pa.
he's tugged, and I don't think they know.
Holy shit.
He finds two with the sheriff.
Tatlo, apat. Damn,
She's with
snowball.
another. Saucy left alone. He's
Snowball.
flashed. He's peppered. He's done.
Grabe naman.
What a crossfire, and he saw it. Sen investing so much utility to try to push Demon 1 off the op line, but that opens up the play for
Dapat
Crashies to get
nag-rotate na lang
trays,
sila.
for Ethan to have a crossfire with him. And he even took out the Gecko plant, so nobody could play in the main. Look at these shots. As the cage is coming up,
That first one is
he's
nuts.
nutty. Both teams just vibing right now. Zekin sitting at 10 and 4.
Satcheling forward and continuing to push the pace.
Look how fast he takes control of
That's
that.
really close. Whoa, he got him anyway.
This would be ridiculous.
know exactly.
How does he get away with that? Massive numbers advantage for NRG. Oh, still a 3v1. Celsius with Spike and Toe, two members of NRG on the other side, and he doesn't drop a single one.
Ang lakas ni Demon man, man.
I thought the Gecko ult was going to tag him.
What?
I mean, right around the corner.
And this is what makes Demon 1 separate from the pack of other duelists. Like these, split-second decisions where he just goes for that peek, lands the shot, and then also updrafts the actual Gecko ult. It's so crazy to watch this guy do these plays.
It's like he's playing a different game. He's just on his own. He's doing his own thing.
Confident. Always disrupting the hits. That's what you constantly have to be worried about when you're playing against this guy. And it's just so confusing because NRG conditioned from the start of the rounds that Demon 1 wasn't going to go so aggressive in the beginning. So when he finally actually does it, it works so well. All these little mind games being played right off pistol round. And Sen here just trying to slow things down, you know, Kaplan trying to keep his team in the game.
We'll see where they go from here. Again, a 2-round deficit for Sentinels. The attacking side, they've shown some really cool ideas. Zekin has played very well to start this map. It's been more by committee on the other side of the stage.
Definitely. I do want to point out that SEN did struggle pretty hard on the attacking side last time around they played this map, but their defense was immaculate. So I think just a couple more rounds for them, they'll be very confident going into defense with how they played it previously.
I think historically this map has been really good for them. They've lost it, what, once?
Yeah.
Including the offseason and all that stuff. I think they've only dropped this map one time, so they're obviously very comfortable in it.
And on 2 different comps. Making NRG like have to prep for 2 comps is huge. It's a lot easier just to prep for 1, right?
For sure. When you know what's on the other side, when you know what to prepare for, it certainly simplifies the job.
I think SEN soon will realize that this is a retake setup on the A side.
The trip was just high enough. Uh-oh, he's gonna get too far up. Victor playing his position beautifully. Mark once again on the flank. Ethan's there to help, but they've got a trip keeping him at bay for now. No knife to bring it down or anything like that. They're gonna have to clear it. Maybe Mark jumps over it. Oh, I like that. It's just the dog. I don't know that they're gonna be expecting a second. Now they know the paranoia tagging onto John.
What a great counter flash from TenZ.
Marv trying to keep them back. The spike taking away. Meanwhile, a fight ensues on 2 fronts as the spike continues to get approached upon. Demon one's out, but now he's dead. Marv falls too. That's another round for Sentinels.
Heads up awareness from the side of SEN on that flank. TenZ was sitting on default and actually still Omen flashed A main for his teammates. Counter flashed. It was actually beautiful. This replay, this trade. It's actually a miracle Victor got that.
Yeah.
But TenZ played this spot so great. Playing that counter flash and just keep staying tucked there. Jordan, Zelsis, pop flashing right after that. Understanding that the defending team has to walk into that space. That allows John QT and him to double swing.
Dizzy's down.
So SEN right now,
I got you.
doing what they're supposed to be doing, winning based off of the utility that they're throwing. It's great.
Oh, the defensive side has taken a fair amount of space mid here. Marv and Demon One both past that mid smoke. TenZ perhaps getting a little too curious. Sasti might as well. Nothing to clear it. That feels like a mistake. I don't know if Marv was looking tiles or what, but Dizzy wasn't cleared and Demon One pays for it with his life.
So smart from SEN to pick up that Gecko flash. Oh my gosh, but look at this. He saw him walking to B main.
I think he did.
But he didn't see if there's other people in there, so...
Oh, he saw that now.
Saw him.
Oh, he's gonna go hunting.
Did the dog hit? It did!
Celsius has no idea. There's no way he knows.
Wow.
So they've gotten the prize they were looking for. They managed to get to their prey, but the rest of the play is on the other side of the map.
30 seconds
And they still have the trips up from Victor. He has his ult online too.
What kind of post plant, Doug, is SEN gonna do here?
I'd love if Zekin stays up there. They play a little high-low if you're Sentinels, but he drops down. TenZ waiting with paranoia in hand for just the right moment to strike. There it is. They both go right through each other. Ethan got tagged and Zekin's the one who falls. Trying to continue to funnel out from the side as Victor plays his life, plays his time, waits for the right moment to strike. And it might all be too late. He's left alone. Creeping forward with 3 before him. 1 falls, but we're tied at 5.
Wow. And Sentinels right now at this A site post plant looking so clean. I think they have a good read of how NRG likes to play this map, Doug. Based off of how they're playing these post plants. You saw in the beginning post plant that they did, it was aggression towards that CT spawn area. Now just playing crossfires onto the site. Understanding that NRG has been trying to contact in this lane area and punishing them for this.
It was fired up. Into the next round we go. Ethan has a stinger. The rifle's in an op. The rest of the way for NRG.
I mean, and you see the respect that SEN is giving Demon One right now. As they should, to not be punished by how he's been playing. Wow.
My ultimate is ready.
This time they're finding the op on the opposite side of the map in the hands of someone else. He's just as formidable with it.
Masking the off presence.
Is that his third ult of the half? I think it is.
It might be.
Yeah, I think it is. And Marv gets tagged. He should be safe for now.
Oh, the Molly just misses.
Yeah, just a bit short.
Looks like they're gonna have to find a lineup for that now too.
Victor's still playing on the site. He hasn't been cleared out. You wonder here what the flood is. Maybe off of the Dizzy.
No
Maybe off of the paranoia from Tens, but yeah, you're right, no smokes. Vic's still alive. He's a nuisance. He's got to be dealt with. He has to be cleared. Sean QT tries to and continues to push forward.
30 seconds left.
But you haven't checked this box. What might be the most difficult one to clear because Crashies is covering on the other side. Zelsis and John QT left alone, and it's all onto the leader now. 12 HP in the face of 3. None found.
Wow. Victor just a menace on this A site.
Last round.
He was actually finessing so hard there. So aware of all the possibilities. Not getting caught out by the spam either, then holding a little off angle there.
Well, I think good on NRG too to understand, like, you're going to have to cover for him. They have to push really aggressively to clear him out of behind Jenny.
And also, just from the start of the round from NRG, masking the off presence, right?
Yeah, yep.
Demon 1 on, he got hit by that dagger on purpose. He wanted Sen to know that he was there. So that opens up the kill from Marv.
And they continue to juggle this op around, once again in the hands of Marv.
Look at this. Oh, did he see him?
No. No. Oh, but they know he's there now.
Oh my gosh.
And Second just destroys him. They've invested the ult. They're going to head B. Crashies is here, though. And Ethan's not far off. And they've kind of been split up.
I don't remember the last time I've seen a whiff like that from Demon 1.
Is he? Okay. I would have lost my mind.
Not with an op, surely.
Cover going out.
We've seen crazier things.
Sen playing a full post plant. Something I want to point out is that Tens has been holding on to his Omen Flash. And speaking of Tens, just takes Victor's head clean off.
3 left up for the defense. As the timer continues to tick away, there's that paranoia. A tap from Ethan and the molly at his feet. Didn't get it to half. They're going to have to win these gunfights because they know now that it's not being stuck. Ethan, halfway there. 3/4, 90%. He's going to stick it, and he does!
Closing off the half, how they started.
Bookended the fuses like that. That's nuts.
That's crazy. Stealing that one away was NRG. Very, very clean from both sides, but 5 rounds for Sen, based off of how they played the last time they played defense. You gotta think that they're feeling very confident going into this next half.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for confidence here. As we close out this first half, a 7-5 lead in favor of NRG, but Sentinels kept it close. They kept it competitive. And I feel like we're in for a fight, Dre. I feel like we're in a fight, a good one. We're gonna throw it down to Ender, who's standing by at the telestrator with a little something cooked up for us.
Let's preview the next half by checking out Sentinel's perfect defensive half versus G2, and it comes with the power of their retakes. In this situation, all 5 coming through shop, which is almost unheard of, but their utility, especially Zelsis and Saucy, is just simply ridiculous. How they combo it, not with each other, but with their self. Let's check this out. Give me just a second on this one. Okay, focus on Zelsis first. We've got a knife killing the site. We've got a blast hitting behind slant, forcing someone off the angle. We've also got a flash in a second that's gonna come and ding the Viper. All right, move on to the Gecko. We've got a Dizzy coming over the top, which is going to blind this player in Leaf, and also a Mosh that's about to hit right there, and I'll explain that in a second. Here comes the Mosh on down right there. Mosh lands here, and what it does, because they're all 5 coming through shop, they're effectively ceding control back here, so G2 could push for that space. Mosh means they're forced behind that wall, and they can't support these poor little players. There's a dude back there, trust me, on site, it's over for them. So, for NRG, how do they call around that? First idea is, well, they could put like an Omen smoke or some kind of smoke with a hat on it on site, and they can hide inside of that so they don't get blasted by the Dizzy over the top. They could also call their mid-rounding into it as well when they want to take control through mid. If you pinch into the site this way, You have control back there, and you force Sentinels to fight you in these locations. It's much harder, right? And you stop them from setting up for that perfect retake. The other option is you need to push for CT control yourself. But as we saw with G2, no flashes is tough. They only have 2 on the Sky and 1 on the Omen. How are you going to make that happen if you have to use a hit? I don't know. Let's get back to the game.
Thank you so much, Ender. A perfect foreshadowing of what may be ahead of us as we turn things around and as we see how Energy fills out the attacking side. You were mentioning, Dre, a little bit about how you felt like, given the history for Sentinels, a 7-5 half kind of feels okay.
Yeah, and yeah, they were so solid, just like Ender said, on these retakes, which I think is the name of the game for both these teams. Great IGLing from both sides.
They're playing in the smokes, Dizzy over the top, the KO flash there too, and now they'd erupt. How much more can they find? Victor and Ethan keeping them at bay. In the face of the knife, they find another. Just when it looked like they were going to find success everywhere across the map, Tens is there to counter just a bit. Is he going to find more? Oh, spamming through the smoke, but they don't turn.
Low.
Marcus just on the other side. Ghost puts him away. Now John QT in a 1v3. All of them weak, all of them tagged. The smokes were fresh, and the timing's just so he doesn't see him. John QT with 1. But the double face is a little bit too much.
What was a clean shot from John? Gets counterpicked from Victor. But yeah, that fight, kind of like NRG's defense, honestly, but way more aggressive. And you see the prep work from both teams now coming through. Both teams have such a good read on each other. I feel like going into this half for NRG, I think they're going to try to find sites that John is playing retake at and just trying to abuse that, much like how Sentinels was trying to find Victor. Where's Victor playing? He's playing retake most of the time. Let's go to the post plants, go to the retakes.
Early space denied once more.
NRG. I think they should be aware that Sentinels does like to put these trap plays onto the B area. That's why you see them taking mid. And honestly, this was the bread and butter of the last time they played. It was getting Demon 1 set up, trying to take 1v1s into mid or market area. And that's why this team plays the Jet instead of the Raze. They want to have Demon 1 try to get that pick and then dash out.
Interesting decision was just made there by Sentinels. They fed the orb. It could have gone into Sasi's hands, second hands, or Zelsis's hands, and they put it in towards Zekken, who's now the closest to having his ult online.
And they might make it here in time for this hit. NRG not taking their timing, not taking the window. I think Sen have a hard read that it was a faint smoke in mid. And look at this, they're gonna have all 5 players here. A 5-on-5.
And we're all so quiet. John QT falls. Crash Heap's pushing forward. The flash on the other side of the wall is going to cause disarray across the site. Zelsis will not be around for long as NRG get another.
What a sick Viper wall, Doug. It splits the site in half. So not only does it allow you to walk up A main for free off a contact and take that elbow control, but it allows you to walk onto site and clear the default box.
Yeah.
And that's so important because we saw Victor even just there finessing, right?
Exactly. There you see that wall. And it was Crashy, I believe it was Crashy, who funneled in behind the wall as soon as they had that early contact. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Very good game planning around the comp that they have because they don't have all this utility to clear these tight corners and these places that people can be hiding behind, right? So they have to walk into spaces like that, and having that wall cut off CT is so crucial to do that. And again, a very slow round from NRG. It's really taking their time. Look at this Viper wall for the B split.
Almost identical in concept to what they were doing on the other side, but this time they've run into Tens. Ultimately meeting his death, but he's already gotten so much value. John trying to turn the flash, the clip runs dry, and Demon's there to greet him.
I don't think he's gonna pick this Phantom up. I think he's gonna stay on the Guardian.
I mean, when you're that good with it.
Yeah. I don't think he likes the Phantom very much, Doug. Great molly.
Yeah, there've just been a couple of threats. Ethan's tapped the spike twice, daring and beckoning any challenge from the opposition. Now Demon 1 hold the line.
Second.
Oh, the timing was perfect. Ethan in a 1v3 with the Guardian, and Zekken dismisses him.
And for a second there, I was kind of worried. You know, when Zelsis mollied the default box and made Demon 1 go wide, I thought that's what they wanted. I thought they wanted to punish him.
Sure.
But they're like, nah, forget that. We already have a win con of Zekin flanking that entire round. Why even give a chance to Demon 1? So you can tell the respect that they have for this player, as they should. And it's honestly helped them in so many rounds.
Let's go, boys. Good job. Nice round, Tyson. Let's go, baby. Every round.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
16 and 11 for Zekin.
Yeah.
All these questions about experience and can you handle the biggest stages, the biggest moments so far. I mean, he's answered the call and he's done so quite admirably.
Yeah, this entire offseason was meant for him to basically have, like, get that experience on LAN and everything. Take him over the edge. I don't think Victor knows that Tens is here.
Shadows traveling.
This is a crazy timing. Maybe a hard read from Sen, understanding that Vic likes to throw this cam. Oh, the footstep was made.
Yeah, I heard that.
In and out. Just like that. And he's been heating up, Doug.
Like a thief in the night. You've got to cover John here. Gets out of the cam, feeling some of the pressure.
Oh, that smoke needs to go up. Just in time.
There's no flash on the other side of this, so maybe they double face? Or they just hold in the smoke?
I think John is aware. Will the mid players from NRG get first contact is the question.
They just seem so far away. No, it's Vic who's creeping forward. The contact
Vic
out.
sees his elbow, Doug.
I don't know that he did. John QT toggling the camera, now spotting Demon 1. And now they know. Something is afoot. Both of them spotted. They've got trips, they have cams, the paranoia is gonna connect, but is there a punish? Is there something to capitalize on it? Yes!
Everyone hiding.
Leader invests the ult, but Crashies has gotten behind enemy lines! Can he find any more value? No. Getting in, getting his kill, then quickly taking a step back. Marvin Crashies into 2v5 with 13 seconds left. The Spike still not in a comfortable spot as they crumble. A flawless round for Sentinels as they punch back.
That was so clean, Doug. Everybody jiggling, so hyper aware of every gap that was there and having crossfires on every gap. That was
Grabe ba?
To the T. From the start of Tens just understanding the default cam of Victor and outplaying it. The little micro play like that gets you that first blood on the initiator, and then that causes NRG to have to contact everywhere.
Yeah, it's huge.
I just want to point out that, like, Tyson right now, Tens, I mean, everybody knows by Tyson, right? He's been dominating these last couple rounds. Like, he's really heating up. I can tell by his aim, too. He's got that little crackness back into him. Sen is the script.
I mean, it might be.
Oh my gosh.
A 2-round lead for NRG. They're the ones who call a timeout, perhaps feeling the situation slip from their grasps.
Yeah, they still have a lead here, but it's definitely getting a little uncomfortable with how these last 2 rounds have gone for the way of Sen. And just great setups, and honestly all off of John there on default, playing that corner so well, jiggling sight, jiggling his wrap, and pretty much just staying alive. Yeah, like he probably could have committed on that Demon 1 shot, right? But the difference is he knows the 100% win play, right? Which is just sit in the back there and just stay alive for as long as he can, wait for the rotates. Ten's Omen flashes have been killing it.
I mean, they've been on point.
Yeah,
they've been perfect.
They've been killing it. And he's been holding on to them. It's something that's very interesting. Maybe a little game plan read or something. Because even on the attacking side, he was holding on to it for the post plant. Wasn't even using it for the initial hit.
It's that same Viper wall out from NRG that we were talking about earlier. They've taken a lot of space mid, though. The buy is lackluster, but the space they've taken so far could prove to be the difference maker. Waiting on the other side of the trip. Zelsis throwing a little shoulder, showing a little skin, and then backing right on up.
That allows space for the 8 players to walk up here.
Saucy's there to greet on the other side. Meanwhile, Ten's got the best of Morphed. Oh, Saucy with 3 on the round.
Damn! Ganun lang kadali sa kanila. Oh, setup nila, man. Grabe. Grabing setup.
He hit a clip right there, and he's been relatively quiet in terms of firepower all game. So for him to be waking up at such a crucial time It's very important going forward. And kind of dangerous from the likes of NRG now. Wow.
Big play out from Sassy. And the lead continues to dwindle away. Just one now. One round separating these two squads.
Uy! Uy!
He's in the flow state right now.
The man has ascended.
Nadinig niyo.
That's why he's a part of this roster. Small little things like that, just understanding timings. And it works out for him this time.
And they have the luxury, too, of having such a big advantage with so much time left on the round. I mean, they can still play the map however they want.
Yeah, getting rid of that Viper lurk, they don't have to worry about this at all.
Right,
Just
exactly.
contact here. You'll probably see Saucy just jiggling this, but the main fight is actually going to happen here in Market.
Tens is close. He has a paranoia. You imagine as soon as the trip goes down.
They should be ready for this.
Yeah, I think they're aware.
Straight knife. Oh, it's broken though.
A better reaction. What are they trying to draw out of here? That's going to be a lot of info gained from Marv, yeah.
What do they do off of this though?
And NRG are playing this so carefully.
30 seconds left.
So quietly, so cautiously.
Tens is ahead of the cage.
Demon 1 pushing forward. Tens falls. Neural theft used. Wow.
Damn.
Dude, they were
God
doing numbers,
damn.
and they snatched this thing right back.
Spike planted. Last player
Marv was there
standing.
to greet. Saucy unaware. No real chance to fight back.
I mean, what great mid-rounding with NRG.
Without Viper.
Yeah.
Without the lurk.
Putting doubt in the minds of Sen. Off of that top mid smoke, yeah, they did have a cam that was holding that space the entire time, but the fact that they put so much pressure on that B area, John had to get off of that cam. And that opened up the gap for Jimmy, Marv, to come all the way back around top mid and catch that timing off the B main contact.
And to hold, yeah.
And just real quick, I gotta say, yeah, Tyson's been feeling himself the last couple rounds, but I think that kind of got to his head here because for some reason he took a timing in front of those cages that Victor threw and ultimately gave Victor a 1v1, and him dying there, that was a disaster. That opened up the entire map.
Take a look at that.
NRG.
We'll take a look at that opening kill one more time. Ultimately irrelevant in how things played out. I also love the little hezzy that NRG threw in there once they hit Market.
Yeah, cutting noise.
Just pausing.
Hindi niya cleaner. Hindi niya cleaner.
Long, but it was just enough to cause problems.
Yeah, and
Diretso
since
lang
Sen
ang
gave
gaya ko dun.
the A main line, they had no info on whether or not NRG was going back. So
Right.
just that whole pause, just letting it cook in the brain of Sen, makes people move, makes people worried about different things. He gets off a cam. Another slow round here from NRG.
Just one gun fired.
You should understand from the audio cue that more than one person was seen by that though. But nobody moving from the likes of Sen.
Crashies is 1 point away from having his ult online.
It's a new Viper wall, by the way.
Yeah, it is a little bit different. The angle is, isn't it?
This is just to take all of sight.
The flash. Taking a little bit of info. Oh! But Tens again.
He commits there. He did such a great job getting the one. If he would have just gotten out, had a 5v4 with Omen Flash, perhaps.
Now they're going to have to deal with this pick. The one benefit, though, for Sentinels is that they have the Gecko ult. And that's a perfect thing to try to clear out something like this.
Oh, this is perfect.
We'll see if it can find value. It's going to tag them. Do they flood, though? Do they capitalize in on this window as Marv pushes forward, expecting the aggression? The pick gets dropped. How much more can they find? They're trying to flash out and funnel through the utility. A 3v3, Jonky T, 1 HP as he falls. Zelsis left alone, 16 HP in a 1v2. Wow. Tries to get a free one in the spam, and it's just not going to be found.
Marv, so clutch for this team.
Grabe mo.
That he has to push up there. He has to try to take out because if he didn't, Crashies is just dead. The entire
That's up, idol.
I think the other thing too
Basta na idol. Ano yan?
the timing on that.
Wala, nanood lang na ano.
Crashies got
VCT
tagged, and
ba?
there was still, just a slight delay before he dropped back down off.
Winning ang energy? The heck?
Energy tsaka Sen,
He understood that the
Sen?
monster Crashies was
Oh.
there at first. He didn't want to drop right away.
11-0 to. Yan, 11-0 ang score.
Hindi anong 11-0? 8.
Ay, di ba?
And he's 17 and 12 right now. Really taking over.
11-8. Uwi na ng energy. Strong pa ng energy today.
NRG have found a second
Oh,
piece of life.
yun si Demon 1. Demon 1, Marv.
I like this from NRG.
Awesome, man.
These slow rounds.
Wala na, hindi na ganun kalakas ang Sentinels. Tapos na yung era nila.
That in the first, 15 seconds, which when you're up against the likes of these shooters on Sentinels, it can really happen that fast.
And that's really been their approach the entire half.
Yeah.
Right? Meticulously dissecting and devouring everything the defense is showing. I will say here for Sentinels, they've taken a lot of space A main. There's just a trip keeping them back. But Second finds the opener.
Painful na.
Great response from Crashies.
Fast trade. You see the hours of odd review going in to these games. Against other teams, maybe Sentinels would break that trip, but this time, staying there, not breaking it, understanding that energy likes to rewalk into space.
Saucy's
Usually Zekin in those scenarios just blast packs out. So again, like I just feel like Sen is making these small mistakes of staying in for too long.
Saucy can get a lot here. If he tucks, the first is found, the second
No.
does.
Grabe ba?
And the dizzy.
Oh, this guy's
Yeah, well, it's Demon 1. He gets his first.
Isn't that funny?
10 seconds left, though. A flash in his face, the spike in hand, but just no room allotted, no space found. They continue to swarm and pursue him from every single angle.
Dang, grabe.
But they really threw the whole kitchen at Demon 1.
You have to.
You can tell. They don't want him to get anything going, not even a 3K.
Parang di sila yung Sen parang di sila na pressure, man.
I think it can be looked at two ways, right? Like one of those respect in Demon 1.
Ako nakasasante.
All those things are fundamentally true, but I think we can consider the other side of it as well. Is that's just the intelligent way to play around him.
Grabe, crosshair placement.
Exactly, yeah.
This top is meant for lurks. It's meant for contact plays. And here comes aggression here. A change of pace from
Op!
energy, but the knife.
Diba sobrang timing ng ng knife. Oh, patay. Sobrang timing ng knife ng Kyo nila. Parang hindi nagiging effective tong si Demon 1 dahil sa Kyo.
Refusing to relent on Sunset.
Grabe. Patay ito, energy.
Marv, Ethan, and Victor are left alone.
These are the dangerous rounds from NRG.
That is true.
Gagawin sa'yo, Ben.
When sound is cut and nothing is being shown.
Mamatay ito. Oh,
They break it. Now what's the next?
Ayun lang.
timing ba?
Still one more on site.
And John was here last time.
And he's alone. And there's help maybe around the corner via Celsius. He's just now finally starting to arrive.
Ayun lang.
Patay.
Overwhelmed.
Patay ang ano.
Now weapons upgraded. All three of the members of NRG have rifles. They haven't committed to getting yet. Celsius popping the ult. Ethan committing to the
3v3.
and it looks like it's for main. They don't have
Kaya ni... Ay, hindi.
So patient on this retake. This Sen.
But is the patience going to be their downfall? Is it going to be too much?
Walang smoke.
Second with the first. Color me shocked.
Oh.
Second with the third.
Oh! Grabe! Grabe
God.
ba? Retake! Grabe retake!
Grabe.
She almost brought that round back.
Shit, ang Sentinel ito yun. Ayaw patalo eh.
Hindi,
man. Ang hirap din ng Sentinel. Ang galing din kasi ng NRG na to eh.
Oo, magaling malakas sa energy, man. Sobrang ingat ng Sentinel ngayon, man. Sobra, as in.
Playing the retakes on this map when they're up numbers.
Hindi sila mag-ingat. Tayo ng Victor and ano yun eh. Demon 1 eh.
Oh.
I think Marv in that scenario, he got jump spotted by Zekin there, but still stayed on the angle.
Grabe sila mag-crosshair payment.
Still such a close game.
Magaling to si Sassy, man. Yung crosshair placement ni Sassy mo. So, tanda na yan eh. Uy, gagi. Throwerist.
Thrower. Kanina ko niya pa ginagawa yan eh.
Throwerist.
An early attempt at a strike at aggression from the defense. It's instantly popped.
Ang pupush ng Sentinel. Grabe.
Di defense sila.
Was the one that got punished in the previous round with his ult out.
Ikakapag diba start?
And again, Dre, the DNA is the same. They cut noise, instilling just the tiniest fragment of doubt, creeping into the minds of the defense. They have to play elbow.
Alam nilang mag-isa lang si Sassy.
Sassy can't give up the space, and he's gone aggressive. He's ahead of it.
Oh.
Another one down.
Crashies is playing this perfectly right now.
Timing.
Jens is in a really good spot though, but Crashies, you wonder if he's aware.
Uy! Gago.
Isa pa!
Sayang.
Molly at his feet. Ultimately cannot persist.
Kaya na ni Celsius to.
Celsius and John left alone. There is a challenge from behind the box as the wall goes up.
Oh, this wall is so good. He gets out.
Wala.
I thought he was gonna hit that shot. Celsius now flashed. Decayed.
Tatlo sila dun.
Paranoid.
It's not planted for them though.
They still have so much time. There's nothing keeping him back. He's gotten it to half.
Oh.
Alam na nila yan.
Get to map point.
GG ang Sen. Map pa ng Sentinel to.
And Demon wanted to open it up.
Wala
like
pa.
Oh, map din ito eh. Tapos yung next NRG. Pick ng NRG.
Ano ba yan? Last game na nila yan?
Hindi, first game pa. First game pa lang to.
If Demon 1 doesn't hit that shot,
Upper team.
his dash was not primed and ready there.
Yeah, he was.
Ilang rounds ba?
Tatlo.
But not only to hit it, but also to hit it before it goes off, so it's not a one for
Amo isa pa pala silang ano.
He's so confident in those.
Pick nga ng Sentinel to eh.
Second timings where
Next is pick ng
make it
NRG.
or break it. And that's why he is a champion.
Ano yun? What the fuck is that, bro?
KKD yan eh.
NRG now. Match point.
Pop fish, ano yun? Pop.
They have really good ults coming up
Flat
online.
fish.
Crafty is getting his Viper Pit. I think you're gonna have to see Sen playing more aggressive in these mains on this round, but will NRG read
That's the
into it?
baby.
Because they understand
What the
that.
fuck is that? That's so...
Yeah, keep your super serious
That
thoughts.
thing is
weird.
disturbing, bro. That thing freaks me out, man.
Continue what you were saying.
But if this Viper Pit goes down, I mean, that could be the nail in the coffin,
Right.
for Sentinels this map.
Saan ka na mag-meet
When it
up
looks
kami?
heavy,
NRG, I think they understand that this A site has
Saan
been
ka man yan?
played on retake quite a bit of rounds.
Also, keep an eye on Marv's ult. He's been so aggressive with his TPs.
Patay. Oh!
Nice one.
Already falling.
Hindi, lugi si Demon
I
naman
love what they
naka-sprint.
tried doing there. There was a deep smoke into B main into spawn, and the TP to perhaps suggest that's where he was going.
But Celsius's knife just denied all of that. He actually canceled the Omen ult.
Hala ka.
Sentinels with the numbers advantage.
And they get the pit down. Crashy's getting healed up, but not to full.
And he still doesn't have it. Marv just tucked. Not. Oh no. Not from here. Oh, every single shot misses. And Zekin doesn't. Sentinels just continue to push forward.
Wait.
Crashies and Vic left alone.
The duo.
Si Ten sa likod eh.
Sentinels on the other side. It's fallen to one.
Hey! Isa pa!
Hindi.
Kasalanan yan yun kanina eh.
All off of Celsius's knife.
Nalisi.
That was able to come out lane here. And that gets Demon
Si Zekin, may ult siya tapos nag-aggressive siya dun.
Celsius. And that was that retake that yeah, that was that retake that Ender was talking about. Yeah. With the Gecko flash over the top. So NRG no answer.
Ano na ba yung head?
Ay, na kanina pa itong dalawa.
Talaga sila.
On a stinger.
Nagtutulakan yun eh.
They gotta set Crashies up.
They just don't have any guns, bro. Ethan has a classic.
May line up si ano? Si Crashes.
But the dagger did just hit Crashies here, so they are aware.
Galing sa A.
Crashy started on the side of the map. What's the reaction from NRG? Still cutting noise. Putting doubt in the minds of Sen.
I mean, their approach does not change.
Here we go, they're starting to gear up. Walking towards that B site, but I like this proactivity from Sen. This should give them the
Effective yung si Kea, man. Pagdating sa jet.
I I just gotta say, the IGLing from both teams so far has been immaculate.
Oh, it's been a treat to watch.
Oh.
It seems like they always pick the right side.
First trip cleared, the dog went.
Oh! Oh! Tatlo!
Huwag na mag-throw. Bawas pa yung isa.
But can they counter? No.
Oh
Nice.
no!
Second gets the last.
Tang ina ni Tens.
Sela, tinatlo niya, man. Hindi na lang nag-clear yun. Lagi naman nandun si, si Tens eh. Lagi siya doon, men. Hindi
Kaya
nag-iba
nga.
yung pwesto niya. Lagi siya doon. Hindi nila cleaner yun.
Beast, man!
And the crowd comes to life.
Part-time pa nga.
Ano?
I mean, that's the tens we know.
Overtime
That's the
pa
tens we love.
nga.
That's vintage 10.
Oh? Grabe. Oh?
My gosh! It's like his bullets just have like a magnet on everybody's head.
And that was to force OT.
Line up sila eh.
I mean, he gets picked there. Map's probably over.
Sayang naman yung pag-overhype kay Tens, hindi sila makakapasok sa Madrid. No ba yan?
Viper ult, which was so crucial for NRG to win that round.
Crazy, ano yun ah.
Momentum in the hands of Sen right now after that.
But OT means a chance to reset. An op in the hands of Demon One. And it doesn't look like there's a challenge early.
These passive lines that Demon One has been playing all game long makes you think maybe reading a little too much into it.
Fix here. The cam's gonna feel a lot of the pressure.
Huli.
Alam nila nandiyan yan, men. Ay, patay. Oh. Ha!
The tandem falls, crumbles.
Yee.
At the feet of Victor, and Demon One finds value at the op. What can they do to counter? Tens and Zelsis. Spike not in hand, position surrounded.
This kill on Demon One would be everything.
Player standing.
Wow.
Spike down A.
As I say that, Crash, he's just one tap Celsius.
NRG take the lead back.
Ay,
Victor going huge
Thrower
there.
yung ano.
He had to win that 1v1 on second.
Yeah.
Second, no?
Si second nag-over ano siya, men.
Overextend.
Overconfident, no?
A little too early.
Tangina.
Overconfident siya dun, men. Dapat hinantay niya kasama niya.
Sana na trade.
Alam kasi nila, alam niya na nandun yung ano, yung Cypher. Kasi dun lagi yung pwesto niya eh.
Sentinels players soak into that moment of the round that they just lost. Perhaps trying to cook up a hard read here.
Parang si ano eh, Pablo eh.
Sabi ko, wait lang pre, wala.
One round away from taking Sunset is NRG with this timeout called. I mean, everything is up for grabs.
Timeout sila para sabihin lang, tanga mo Raze.
Map pick, so for NRG, they're going to take this one away. They're feeling very confident going into the rest of the maps in the series.
And they've only lost it once.
Yeah.
And it was to Paper X, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, with the comp that they're actually playing right now.
Round A.
Hindi ko mag-slow A sila dito.
From that previous round. That's disgusting.
See ya.
That's
Grabe yun.
Little pixel. All he saw was the tip of his head. Nice shot.
Kaka-aim lab
We're
yung
gonna
mga
see
yan,
anything
men.
different here from NRG. I think we're going to see another slow default.
Araw-araw eh, no?
But that's a different wall. A wall after Crash, he's sectioning off mid, going deep into their spawn.
Suppressed. There.
Re-hit eh yan.
Was there. It's sad, not even worried about it. Just complete retake on that side of the map.
I mean, look, yeah, and also they're investing 3 to hold the middle of the map. They have to respect the wall. They have to respect the possibility of a flash on the other side of it and the deep push mid.
NRG really cooked with this, keeping 2-3 players in mid with just this one wall.
Naghanap lang sila ng pick tong mga to.
Marv just smoked market.
Nag-aantay sila.
Nobody there.
All signs
Eh, walang nagpipick.
Wala nagpipick.
You've seen Tyson
Nag-aantay ng retake.
this time not on top of the box.
Shadows traveling.
He's got 2
Dirig
trips to
na.
play off of.
Alam na.
They must know now.
Gago, di alam yung strip. Di alam yung strip.
Ten's waiting on the other side of the smoke. No! Victor drops him. John going exploring.
Ako, dali.
Rotate pa sila?
Not clutch this time though.
Flash deep into spawn. The spike committed.
A spam kill. Did he hit the trip?
May have.
Patay.
Ethan flash. He's got 2, 3 flashes in his face. And now Zekin's there. Numbers in favor of
Gago si Barb, gago.
Look at Marv just on the flank. The rewrap, Doug. But is it going to take too long? I mean, the onus here is on Sentinels. They have to take some.
Ay, di planted sa kay.
About it here. Oh, the Gecko's Wingman got half. Wingman gets you so close, but can Marv get a 1v3? He's going to have to finish it on his own.
Gago. Di planted sa ano. Sa market, ano ba dyan?
From Sentinels there. Punishing anybody that was still on the site, getting a spam kill on the Crashies.
Feeling good? Hope so, hope so.
Ethan, he couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he had no choice, man.
There was a nade behind him. He had to run into the flash. From Saucy. Poor guy, just full blind. And that's where you see the Gecko just get so much value, right? On these retakes. Having the Dizzy defuse the bomb. Tap the bomb, right? So that you have 4 guns just holding.
Fighting, yeah. And so double OT on the cards. These two teams, it's just been the first map, but they're really pushing each other.
That flash made contact with Crashies, but Crashies is so deep in mid that I think that Sentinels now might have
Kalmahan mo, Zekin.
another layer of utility.
Kalmahan nyo.
Takin na.
So I think you might see the second flash mid perhaps.
Takin na kasi sugod nagsugod eh.
It's just silence across the board. No one really showing any early aggression anywhere.
No, I think there's a real
Parang hinahanap talaga nila sa Victor kung saan. Pero kanina pa naglalaroan na nila, no? Cypher sa A. Hindi maalis.
Dun lang yung pesto nyo.
These IGLs have a hard read on the game right now. Especially when they're on attack.
Start to see some of the flashes out. Both of them through. And look at Mo.
Taas!
He's up top.
Gaya-gaya.
Kinaya.
They managed to get the spike down though. Second has fallen. NRG with numbers. And there's no late flank, at least yet. Look at Sentinels, they're not running.
Pangit ng pwesto ng Sentinel. Ipitan.
Great Omen flash.
Buys a little bit of time. The dash is forward out onto their left. Ten's trying to hold him back and he can't. It's all on to Celsius. A 1v2.
Wait! Ah, puta ina
Si Demon 1.
Papansin. Taas ng sense.
Naamoy ka agad ni Demon 1 dyan sa likod.
Also just Marv there. Understand. He just needs to get his one and get out to set up that amazing retake potential that they have.
Wala na, hindi na magagawa ni ano yun. Ni Tense yung sa taas. I-clear na nila yun.
Hindi nung una ginawa niya, diba? Kumana, tapos pangalawa sa baba siya. Baka sa taas siya ulit ngayon.
This time do they actually use it is the question. Maybe a mid to A.
Oh, it seems like
May push?
Huh? I think he was a little behind the flash, just a little late.
Trying to find a timing, maybe thinking that he had a hard read.
Diyan, no? Pasak na.
Set up from Sentinels in mid. A bit of a gamble, but you know what? When you're in the
dami.
when you're in the driver's seat like this, you know, sometimes you gotta go for plays like that to try to win, you know?
I think part of that goes to how they showed how they played around this wall in the previous OT.
Yeah.
Previously, it was a threat. Maybe just banking on the fact that they might not believe.
Ay, si Victor pala.
This guy just keeps finding these timings.
How far up does he go?
By the way, Victor has been an absolute freak on this B side of the map, walking into space.
Yeah, he's been a proper menace. Gunfire erupts, his bodies fall on both sides.
This is this slow mid round again, but that peak right there will be the read. That this will be another one of those slow rounds where they end B.
That knife tagged both. Wow, Vic with a lot to do and he can't find any.
That was huge.
Yung jump pick talaga.
Numbers advantage. And the very likely possibility of another round of OT. Oh.
Mispam na.
Another OT boy po. Tayo na 30 rounds.
Dito
Gagi, walang magpapatalo sa kanila, men.
Magpapatalo dyan, men. Wala talaga.
And honestly, it
Live ba yan? Live?
Live.
Never really feels like they're a kill away. It's been pretty decisive.
Parang papatalo today,
to give all of B. And it's kind of a like a mind game, you know, like Victor has all that B space, so it kind of makes you want to end B. But Sentinels was aware, Tyson was aware.
Buta ka na sino yung may 27 kills.
Just great control of
Tayo na hype to si Gago. Kawawa yung puti eh. Kanina pa yung nabubugbog.
Si second yung 27.
Another pause here. Time out for Sen this time.
Tayo na yung EG kanina. Sa ano lang 2 digit eh.
In this round, how deep is the playbook? And
Derek.
Sen has played so many matches this year, this off season
on this map.
Yeah. So they actually could pull out a playbook from another comp if they want. Try to make it work.
Again, every time a team has had map point, it's been for NRG. It's never really been Sentinels who have had the advantage. Kaplan conversing with the boys, seeing if there's a change in pace this time around.
I just want to briefly talk about
Uuwi ako ng Pilipinas.
so far. Like, yeah, he's had great IGLing this entire map. But now is when you see
After this game, pagod na sila.
that room,
Yeah.
a facade of IGLs being able to frag while they're IGLing, yeah? It's having a little bit of a rough time in that department.
Got a quiet map. A lot of space taken from the defense across the middle of the map.
Sentinels just looks like they're ready for this aggression, but I think Zekin made an audio cue when he got off this angle.
The dash went out, but Marv stays.
Wow.
Does John Hart clear this?
Hala ka.
I-clear niya yan, men.
Hala ka. Mamamatay si Marv.
Kita niya.
Feature yan.
So smart.
Gagi, nakita yung gun eh.
Kita yan.
Will this finally be the moment that Sentinels are able to push NRG to map point?
And now he's just going to be the human drone. As I've said so
Jan.
many times before.
A pesky lurk.
He's going to get all the info here.
Kasi may cam.
And Sentinels are glad to just hold, right? They don't have to make a ton of noise.
It's so smart from Sen to come back to the A site. Might seem
Smoke
like
mo na yan. Huwag mo na papasukin sa ano sa side. Si Victor.
It might be to Victor because he's really far up. He's hearing everything. Does he try to peek ahead of the room? But no.
Hindi. Uy.
Bawas pa.
But somehow, honestly, Victor doesn't get away with as much damage as I would have expected.
Every time mag-plant si Wingman, tanga na may sumisigaw talaga.
Patay.
Sasi's there to clear.
Wait, ilang taon na ba to si Sassy?
And Tens is on a late flank. Keep a close eye on the minimap.
Kita.
Can they hold them back? Zekin on the first.
Zekin.
Demon 1 falling.
Si Marv gagi! Ay, si Tens pala yun.
Si Tens, late rotate yun.
Late lurk siya.
I really like that from John. Getting the pick in mid on the re-clear. Just intuition. He heard that dash. And knew something was up. Someone's got to be here in mid.
Yeah, there's no way it was just that.
Yeah.
26, gagi ka.
We've seen Sen on these
Well, sa bagay, average age player ng FPS na sa 20.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Heated.
NRG try to end A here. Just like Sentinels did. That A post plant, so strong. So hard to retake that.
The dastardly duo of Tens and Zekin both flirting with 30 apiece. Which is just absurd.
Great performances so far from them.
4 members of Sentinels A.
Yeah, I think it's what I said. I think they're trying to read into this, understanding that NRG has had a lot of success on the A post plants and not so much on the B.
I mean, they still have to reckon with that wall.
If I'm not mistaken, utility was used to re-clear this A space.
Wait, going A? Holy shit.
He's aware. Sen's not budging, man. Tyson's here with the Omen Flash. I think they have a good idea of what's going on here.
Demon 1 nasa ano.
As soon as there's contact, there it is. Zekin gets ahead of it though.
Demon 1.
Because of that, yeah, 10
Demon 1 rin.
Ubusin ni Demon to, pre. Ubusin na.
Can I get two? Oh, Tyson tucked. He didn't show his gun.
16 HP.
16 HP. Spam on one side, the cam on the other.
Si Tensa.
Before Sasi spamming into the smoke. Tag.
Oh, Demon! GG. Diba? Kahit camper ka, men, okay lang pala dito sa Valorant eh.
GG. Oh shit.
Pwede niya barilin agad si Demon 1 nung natag ng camera pero wala eh. Trigger discipline pa rin.
Not show his gun barrel anything. And just play off of his teammate. And Saucy, so good there to keep spamming baiting from default. Just sets him up.
He also did so much splash damage, just tagging,
just spamming away.
It was so good. What a freaking map, bro. That was just map 1.
That was insane. And look at this stat. Second with 10 first bloods.
31 for Zekin, 30 for 10.
230 bombs.
Unbelievable. 16-14 win. First Sentinels Ascent on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. This series will continue to deliver. We'll be right back.
Gragi, lakas ng sense na yun.
IPR, Fury, Leviathan, GRU, NRG, Sentinel, 100 Tip, C9, EG, Loud, G2. Inaalam lahat ng team mo to pa.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hey, Hotels.com here. Struggling to keep up with your toddler? We know a hotel that'll keep them entertained. Book family-friendly hotels with pools in the Hotels.com app to find your perfect somewhere.
Me and my pet, we share everything. The bed, the couch, our favorite blanket, but not fleas and ticks. Because I protect him with Nexstar, the fastest acting 30-day flea and tick topical. Because when you're this close, every minute counts. Don't give fleas and ticks time to cozy up to you.
Sana umabot sa decider map, man. Hindi nga, legit. Like, split kasi yung decider map eh.
Map ng ano ngayon eh, NRG.
Yeah.
Saving on your education should be a right, not a competition. At University of Phoenix, our bachelor's and master's scholarships are accessible to all. You'll get the best scholarship or savings you qualify for. Simple as that. Because everyone deserves an opportunity to save on their education without competing for it.
Ano, Peng? Anong ginagawa mo dyan, Peng?
Explore
Nag-book ng stay sa La Union.
Oo.
Jersey Mike's catering with 12 subs for any event.
Nakakita ka na, mas mura.
Okay lang. Hindi, kunin ko na yung nakita kong maganda.
Welcome to Jersey Mike's.
75k per day.
Per day. Naaraw ba kayo?
Ha?
Naaraw yung stay.
Ang dami kasi kami. Mga 30 packs kami.
Hindi, ilang araw kayo magsistay.
3 nights?
3 nights to.
So, sabihin natin 100k pesos.
3 nights, diba? 3 nights, 4 days?
Yeah. 75,000
So, 225.
225
So,
divided by
45.
$6,000. Not bad.
Upgrade to Michelin Premium Wipers today.
Mga ilan?
Walmart, Amazon, and
Mga
other
ano,
fine retailers.
$4,000. Ba't na rin yung for
4,000.
Kasi naman nag-stay ako ng Okada ng ganun din binabayad.
Hi, I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can
Importante
contact
worth
me in
it.
person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
I use my
Importante
Discover
worth
card to buy
it.
these yellow
Kasi
pleather pajamas,
makasama ko
and
yung
I'm
pinsan
just
mga
not
pinsan
sure
ko,
I'm
mga
pulling
kapatid.
them off.
So, yan, good.
24/7 US-based customer service. It pays.
Dalhin mo na lang sila dyan, Ben, pagbalik mo.
Discover.com/credit card.
Ha?
Dalhin mo na lang sila.
Mahal sa buhay. Joke. Mahal sa buhay nila. Ito. Ito yung pag-stayan namin. Nag-drop ko si Jen. Ang ganda, men. Pinang.
Tingin. Instagram.
Smick standing here with
Ganda nga.
after what must have been a very
Tayo.
stressful game for you to watch, but we had
Ganda,
so
ganda.
much fun watching it. You are now one map away.
Sunset. Tapos pagdating mo doon, di siya pinag-overthink kita, pero uulan, no?
Gaguwag naman. Hindi summer na ako. Ito.
Hindi, joke lang.
Okay lang. Kung dagat naman. So, okay lang mo. May tanong ko kasi
Ano ba araw yun?
I mean, I think we were doing a pretty good job.
May date na ba? May exact date
so
na kayo pupunta doon?
Really, that was just a bit of
relaxation. Kailan ka uwi?
Micro adjust. We
March
kinda knew
28 to,
Ay, okay
I
lang.
was like, hey, let's just take a minute to iron it out.
Ano lahat talaga nagbabalir eh. Putang ina talaga na. People.
I spent some time talking about what I think I said I think they'll try to.
Mga kaibigan ko nasa baler ngayon.
So
My
we had
God.
a plan going into the defense round too. We
Baler
double
field.
timeout. Always love to do that, and then the guys always put the icing on the cake. I say a big idea, and then Tyson's like, let's play 4A. Forget B, I'll just sit here.
Diba ang
And he
ganda?
nailed it. I mean, it was a sick play from the guys. They were really patient.
Ang ganda ng
Really
play.
proud of them.
I like the
Certainly, and
view.
the fans were cheering so loudly as well. Congratulations again. Best of luck on map number 2.
Thank you.
Sentinels managed to fight back, pick up the first map here in a match that is pivotal. Win here and you move
Gusto ko
to
magkape
Madrid
ngayon.
to
Binigyan ako
represent the
mamaya.
Americas
Gusto mo magkuya?
region at a match.
Laro tayo, di ba?
Alongside
After
Valo.
ng ano,
And
after
what a
ng
game to
ito,
start
laro
things
tayo.
off with here, guys. At the beginning, I thought NRG was looking like NRG, and they were going to start cooking, and they were going to start doing the thing, and then Sentinel showed us why they're in this position to begin with.
If there was two players to be the catalyst to come back into this one, it is Zekin and Tent. They call them the kids on Sentinels, and those two guys were electric on that second half, especially on this defense and in overtime as well. Zekin winning a ridiculous amount of opening kills, and Tens continually clutch as an anchor on the site, kept Sentinels in this to even get to OT.
Yeah, honestly, this was
Hindi nagiging effective si Demon 1 dahil sa KO.
KO and Cypher. I think magpipick ulit sila ng Cypher dyan.
Of NRG, so much of that was to Tens
Cypher
and
and
to Zekin. But even more than that, it came down to gun versus gun rounds where they got smoked.
Jet.
Honestly, that's 14 out of 23. My math isn't great, but it's 14 rounds to 9 rounds.
Man, anti-jet Cypher at saka anong KO.
They got a lot of buffer early on in the halves, but it was Sentinels convincingly dominating rifle v rifle.
It absolutely was. But beyond just how good the individuals were, I think this was a clear game where both teams really understood their win condition and played to it quite well. In particular, I thought that NRG's mid-rounding to contend with this heavy retake comp was great. This round, one such example where you see NRG isn't really going for aggressive, using a bunch of util to take space early. Instead, they're slowly inching up, taking space after space, and not allowing Sen to set up for these floats.
Yeah, and they know that Sentinels, their prep for Sentinels is Sentinels like to play deep, and Tens like to play on that high box.
Yeah, they are absolutely ready for that stuff. And you see here again, in this post plant, they're pushing forward, they're finding space, but on the other side, for Sen, when they were permitted to play these more set retakes that you were talking about in that halftime Telestrator, that is when they were owning. When they get to pull out this preset stuff, they absolutely ran over NRG. They just didn't have enough counter utility to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, I like when Marv is able to find those openings. As the flood comes in from shop, he's fighting back in towards alley. But then you see the power of the retakes. Again, this utility just insane. Although Sentinels are still showing some different layers on this as well. In previous attempts, they actually would go for a late wrap. You can see it here from TenZ as he goes late back through alley to pinch in with the rest of his team. In previous iterations, Sentinels would commit all 5 players in. In this one, they had the pinch, and it was those tiny wrinkles that gave them the upper hand.
It was literally the end of the game, too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just TenZ tucked in a corner. Really smart play. Not trying to overcommit, not trying to show too much. It was just discipline.
And don't forget that it was TenZ that completely saved the game when he was on top of the box in market, sees over the smoke, mows down 3 players. NRG are looking around like, where the hell is this guy? Like, we don't know.
And it goes back to that interview as well, where Kaplan's talking about giving a big idea and then the boys coming up with these little adaptations on the micro. I think that really showed here. They were doing the same big ideas of playing into these set retakes, but the small adaptations, positioning a player in a slightly different spot, setting up a bait for TenZ. That was what was make or break in such a close game.
I couldn't agree more. There's so many pivotal moments in that matchup, and the good news is that it's just a start. So let's go ahead and see where we are right now. If you're just joining us, you missed a whopper of a map on Sunset. It was a fun one without a doubt, but now we move forward, and I think it's the Ascent next is what we're going to be getting here. So, and again, are we going to be seeing any, funsies here? Could we potentially get a little Phoenix? I don't think so. Not after what we just saw.
I'm a little bit less of a believer. This is also a map where NRG played the tried and true, but this is a map where Demon 1 must step up. He got beaten in the opening kills, and after a pretty good first half, he got trounced in the second half. This is his map. This is Ascent. Jet has to be dominant here. If he's not, it's Sentinels going to Madrid.
This is also where the pressure is going to fall back to Ethan. I thought in the first half, the mid-rounding was really excellent back on Sunset from Ethan, but Ascent is where that absolutely matters. We need to see some of that magic in the first 4 maps from this NRG squad, where they're playing the mid-round to perfection, where the flashes to set up Demon 1 to find that success we need to see are on point. Everything needs to be hitting for NRG to take this home.
All right, there is your agents. No funsies, pretty much what you would expect. Yeah, I do like the Cypher, actually. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, I think the Cypher is very good on the map now, ever since the buffs to give him the extra range on those trips. Very powerful, and a better answer into KO, because he doesn't have the range gap that a Killjoy does. He can play away from that KO whenever the ult's on.
Yeah, those anti-KO setups are really powerful. But this is the moment where Sentinels can break a streak. The last time they qualified to a Masters or Champions level event was Champs 2021, a completely different team. So much has changed since then, but this organization finally has another chance to make it to a global event. They're only a map away.
And if EG lose, 0 players from Championship EG will go to the first international event.
Whew, boy, a lot at stake here for Sentinels to get this 2-0. They will certainly need your energy like a spirit bomb, but we'll see if that's going to be the case, because NRG could actually stop them here now and force that map 3. Let's send this over to your casters. It's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, GB. What a perfect setting to potentially close out this series or extend us
So
over to Split. We talked about the comm changes with Destin a little bit. I'd love to get your thoughts. The KJ for the Cypher, what do you think?
Yeah, just in general, I really like how Sentinels is being comfortable, like changing their comps, and like, I mean, that just puts a thorn in like any prep that has been done for the likes of NRG or any team that they play against. Like, that unpredictability is so important going into these games, because if you can catch people off guard and win a couple rounds, cheesy rounds here and there with the comp, I mean, that's the difference. We saw it, right? That's the difference in winning a map that goes into OT and not. And John is also just so comfortable on the Cypher role. I don't know why not, right?
NRG on the attack. Knife hitting back sight. And B is littered with Cypher utility. Oh, John staying alive though. There's the trip. The dart too, but they're going to get away unscathed.
It's the classic Sentinels blueprint. Play retake on the Cypher side.
And that's just going to make for a chaotic attempt.
Yeah.
Add a retake, a 5v5. Crashies is taking a little bit of damage. Ethan has 2.
I like this from Crashies, but it looks like Saucy is aware.
Those two
could be this late B main flank.
Yeah, those two are just going to sit side by side while the rest of the fight ensues on B. They're all huddled up. It's so close, and there it is. It's a 2 for 2. Finally, things starting to crumble, but Ethan trying to keep him back, trying to hold the line. Saucy from up top. disposes of him. They know it's just more, but the clip runs dry.
Ah, nag-reload.
Oh, that was so close.
Damn.
What a start.
It comes down to just
Hindi ko nakita nung nangyari kay Crashes at
not having
Sassy.
enough. He dinked him so early on. It's a miracle
that he stayed alive that long. Yeah.
Sassy just in the Matrix in that moment. Oh, it looked like he already wanted to invest into the Odin, but changes his mind. And I like this from Zekin. Bringing the Outlaw into play here. First one of the series. And what a better spot to be at than here on Heaven at A. Just free kills if A main is not smoked.
And they've got to know there's a lot of pressure here. Tens and Celsius blocking down A. Demon 1 on the other side will not be around for long. And they've got the spike.
And I know I stated earlier that Sentinels was playing with a lot of respect towards Demon 1, but now kind of feel like that narrative might change, especially with Zelsis just challenging him there. He was one-shot headshot to a classic, but takes the fight anyway. Look at this trip. What can you really do?
Yeah, I think at this point, Energy is just trying to get out.
Did he?
Guns out of the hands of their opponents.
I think Marv tapped the door on purpose.
Sounded like it, yeah.
Oh, to open? Wait.
I heard it too, I don't know.
What door did we hear? Maybe not this door.
Wait,
Maybe
may
that
maglalaro
might
pa
have
ba
been
kung
the A
sino
door.
ba nanalo dito?
Potentially.
Enemy remaining.
Either way, Big Falls, Mark left alone.
Wala na.
That's one weapon found.
Wala na.
You saw on the player cam.
So sino lalaro? Yung mananalo dito ng dalawang
About
team.
the jump peek that Marv just did.
Sino ba yung kanina? Meron kanina naglaro eh. Loud versus ano, Sen siguro. Kasi panalo ng Loud eh.
No, having fun out there.
Sure ka mananalo yung Sense dito.
Especially
Ha?
playing.
Siguro sigurado ka mananalo yung Sense dito.
Baka.
And honestly, when you're in that kind of zone, you play even better.
Oh, he's just
Play a little bit loose.
Hang on. I don't know if he's not gonna keep the weapon, right?
Alive.
Broke siya, gago.
That's amazing. Not feeding him anything.
And now he's regretting dropping that Bulldog. Look at his money.
Wow.
Wow. And like, as a player, I'll speak about it after this replay because these are some nice shots, but as a player, this is something you joke about in scrims. Oh, let's keep him alive, you know?
Yeah.
Keep him alive, his money will be bad. I don't think I've ever seen it actually happen in a match. On purpose. They all deliberately hid from Marv there.
Zekin still has the Outlaw. There it is. Once again, besting Demon 1.
Good trade from Ethan, though.
I love what I'm seeing out of Zekin, though, man.
That's a fast KO all. I didn't even realize that Ethan had this online already.
He still has that Outlaw. They've got to know he's back there. There's no way he got out of the sight, but he gets a second with it.
Placing alarm bot.
This is a doable situation, albeit difficult.
And already very costly for NRG. And I think if I'm Sen here, at some point you gotta just make the play. Maybe we don't go for it. Maybe we just ruin the economy altogether.
Well, Zelsis did just get a weapon. Managed to pick up a Spectre. Spotting the first, just a little ahead of the Flash. By the narrowest of margins. Now Ten's feeling the heat.
It's a frag.
He should really just
try
to get as many as he can before he dies here.
I wondered for a second if NRG were going to be able to keep any.
Yeah. Yeah, they very well could have lost all their weapons if Zelsis and Tens in that scenario decided to just play crossfires. But I've been hyping up the Outlaw so much, and this is the reason why. Even if he doesn't get any of these kills and gets a 140 tag, that makes the round so winnable for anybody. Even a classic, right? Yeah, a classic one shot.
That just does so much damage.
I'm very surprised that more people haven't been using it.
Light armor on 4 for the defense. And NRG back to their similar antics from Sunset, a slow, methodical approach to the attack side.
Great shock dart there. Getting crashes off the drone, taking chip damage as well. And there's the info. Demon 1 is in B main. Already Zekin leaning towards that market area, playing anti here. Does he peek off the timing of the Cypher cam? I think he does.
I think so too.
But look at the setup from SEN. They're so ready for the speed up on Cat.
Yeah, and NRG are trying to potentially clear out trips that may be controlling mid. It's often an alarm bot that's there, but given the Cypher pick, the approach is just a tiny bit different.
So important here for NRG to break this cam and get out.
You also got to be careful here if you're Zekin not to overcommit. Not to over-deliver, but he doesn't make any noise. He doesn't get the kill. Wow. Or warning shots. But is that going to be enough? Zekin might be in trouble. Yeah, he's dead. He had nowhere to go. The TP back B. Saucy waiting. As aggression continues to trample forward, Mark's gonna fall. The spam trying to connect onto another, and nothing's found. The site wide open. Zelsis and John have to try to take this back. An attempt at a flood is denied. Crashy's weak. Quiet. His footsteps now pushing forward. Ethan disposing of the IGL on the opposite side.
He woke up.
Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he did.
That's the Ethan we know. Maybe taking what I said a little too personal, huh?
He heard you. He saw the clips in between maps.
He's like, oh, we need me to shoot? No, I bet.
I mean, if he had gotten that kill on the Demon 1, I think it's such a different setup. But not only was that the problem, but again, Zekin had nowhere he could go.
Yeah, it was really good fundamentals from the side of NRG, because if it was a flash play, anything like that, you had Ethan bottom right of mid, you had Victor bottom left of mid playing anti, like jiggling in and out, holding for Demon 1 to just get contact there. So they kind of had an idea already going into the round that there might be a trap play around that mid area. And honestly, Zekin was lucky to even get out alive at all.
Just pistols for Sentinels. Saucy with his ult.
Yeah, and this is just pretty good IGLing from the side of NRG, but SEN reading into it, understanding that NRG has had that B site for free the last couple of rounds.
I wonder here what they do here if they try to clear out Wine. Is that smoke?
That's a really good timing on that smoke.
Yeah, they have to clear it, and that's exactly what Demon 1 does, but the paranoia dissuades for a little bit.
Oh my gosh!
He jumped into it. He jumped into it! They're trying to get something else with these pistols, but it's just so hard. It's so labored. 1 HP. Oh! And he takes the fight anyway! That's Demon 1.
1 HP. That's what the 1 stands for, huh?
30 seconds left.
Things slow down just a little bit, but NRG have so much room.
This is doable for SEN.
13 HP between Demon 1 and Victor.
2 players at 1 HP. You have a Deagle on the board. Marv, 1-shot headshot to a Ghost. This is very, very doable. And they might get spammed with this dart.
When does he use it?
Does Marv swing off this turret?
Oh, so many options.
Second guessing himself, but it's
perfect. Oh, there's one! The second falls! Vic has 12 HP!
Oh my gosh!
But he does have a gun. Can he hold him back? The first falls! Victor once again trying to do it all on his own. Dancing around Jenny. Saucy tapping. Time is short. He's playing with him. He's bought so much time! What a play from Victor, the Red Bull clutch!
Victor is so cold in these moments where he's just finessing around an object. The last map, it was A site, default. This time it's Jenny on A. His movement is just too good. But Sentinels is feeling really good about that round. Yeah, they invested the Sova ult, but they had a chance at winning that. That was so close.
Eyes up. I mean, 12 HP was the difference maker.
Yeah.
And so we go, NRG with 3 ults on the round. One of them was just used, the Blade Storm online.
Wow.
And it's neutered for just a moment. Delayed by the Blade.
Very, very interesting change of pace from NRG. And I do wonder if they were going to actually commit there or if the whole plan all along was to fake that A main aggression. But look at how proactive Sentinels are right now. Tyson reclaiming that A main space, going into wine. That's so much info gathered, but they're not moving on the map, not reading into it. NRG did just enough to keep Sen guessing on this A site. And you know what? That goes into last map's mind games, right? Where NRG would cut noise and still re-hit the same site. That drone should be an indicator, though, that there is a lot of pressure here towards B.
You see some of the mind games already. That shock intended to clear the cam. It was there a couple of rounds ago.
Yeah. Should be a free B site here.
Yeah. Demon 1 not finding any targets.
Oh, what an interesting trip.
But it'll delay and it'll buy some time. Second has an op, and Odin in the hands of Sasi. And another explosive attempt at a 5v5 retake. On the cards. They're taking their time though. Demon 1 with 1, that's all it is. Zalstis on the trade. Spike continuing to tick away, and Victor's in such a good spot. All he has to do is spam! Tens with a shorty? But there's still so much to do.
No, second whiff.
And time is short. They've got to push forward if they want to take this thing back. Ethan and Vic left alone.
Nice knowing you.
15 HP. There's there any challenge. He ultimately falls. Second is not going to be able to get out.
And honestly, a couple whiff shots there from the side of Sentinels. Specifically, Second. I think he had a chance to get 2 or 3 op kills into that round, but just not connecting. And this kill was so insane. That just makes you think maybe, you know, maybe we swap the gun of the op to somebody else so Zekin can run in with the rifle and entry.
Sure.
With 10s there, because if he would have been right there, he could have gotten that trade maybe. And that could have opened up the retake. Small things like that.
Nag-off sila ng attacking sila. Why?
This is a very, very old default that we used to see NRG do
Ano
a
score?
couple years ago during chamber meta.
2-4.
Sino nanalo?
NRG.
Third map?
If anybody peeks cat, they're
Second
dead.
map. Panalo, first map at Sen.
Now looking
Ay,
deep in the
nice.
mid. Looking for even a jump spot from CT. Looking for anything.
Oh. Nicely done. Spotting 1.
I like this though.
There's still so much time in the round though.
Yeah. Here comes the counter, Jones. Trying to reclaim the info game in mid.
Can Zekin find any value with these blades? It's not set up off of anything. There's not a flash on the other side. This is a duelist on his own. Looking to find a thread to pull on.
Knife doesn't connect on anything close B main. So the trips will and should stay up.
Celsius has ult, but he's on the opposite side of the map.
Here comes the blender. You're gonna see Sova dart off of contact with these trips and spam coming out.
There's a dart. It's only spotting 1 though. Nicely done, but the spam is there. They have to understand. Meanwhile, Zekin with the blades finding 1 from up top. Had to have gotten high ground, but Demon 1 pushing forward. Disposing of the opposition. Ult invested. 10 seconds left. They've got to go fast. But you've got to clear our John back side. Oh! Beautifully done.
Grabe ba? Mind games, man.
Hindi yung
Mind
ginagawa
games.
kasi ng NRG.
Like a whiff from Demon 1. Even the previous round with the knives, usually in that scenario, we see Demon 1 get 2-3 in that case.
What?
But just not stringing multi-kills together. Today, it seems, is Demon 1. Just getting a lot of one and dones, getting traded out very fast.
It was quiet map 1. Seems to be continuing that here map 2.
But the way that NRG set that round up, Doug, was so
Mataas
clean.
yan?
Getting that late lurk.
Way!
What?
What was that?
Na-predate.
Talked about him whipping a few shots in the previous
Grabe diba?
That was cold.
Alam ko mataas yun. Putang ina yun.
And he knew. I mean, you go back to the beginning of the round, the crosshair was...
Ni-review nila, men, yung mga plays ng mga to. Ni-review ng Sen.
That was for anybody.
Ginawa nila yung assignment.
Oo, men. Ni-review nila lahat yan, men.
But who better for Sentinels than to take out Demon 1?
Especially in a light buy situation, a rifle in the hands of Victor, but that's it. He's gonna go re-exploring. If he gets a timing mid, he's gonna get both.
Oh, and he hears him running up Cat too, so he will have the time.
Oh, and Marv gets two! I thought it was gonna be Vic to blow it up, but the classic from Marv is the difference maker for now.
And this is a perfect bait. Oh, but Marv or Victor whiffs.
Time is so short.
Uy, ba't gano'n siya mag-flash?
What a round!
Sino?
He's gonna keep the op.
Si ano? Si Celsius. Na-flash niya sarili niya.
5 rounds already.
Marv again playing hero.
Oh my god.
Damn, bro. Ooh.
That's dirty, bro.
Very accurate flick. But I will say that that jump peak was a little bit too wide out.
Pressure
Honestly.
sila sa ulti kill.
You still gotta hit that shot though, but I think most of the time you see players jump spot that. A little bit tighter. It's a lot tighter.
Saving kasi kalaban.
Op still in the hands of Zekin. But that's really it. The rest of the buy is not great.
5 rounds this half from NRG. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a great attack side.
And a lot of them were towards that B side of the map. I think we've only seen like thrifties on the A side from NRG. Something to note maybe for Sen. The Cypher just so far not getting too much value on the defense side.
And again, silence covers the site. Just quiet.
They love this door smoke.
From NRG,
Not 3-2-1 in the smoke?
Yeah, not even a footstep. They're not worried about it. As the spike, excuse me, the smoke goes down, the spike pushes forward. The flash and the dash. Tens is playing in wine, but that's it. John trying to find some value with the classic. That's a big ask.
Oh, they saw that, right?
Start to see some spam come through. As the defenses of Sentinels crumble once more. I'm curious to see how NRG plays this because there's plenty of time to hunt this op down if they wanted to.
Yeah, and while they're hunting, you see on the map everyone's moving right now. I want to point out that I think NRG had a hard read into this round. I think they understood that Zekin was opping B because they made.
Anita Max win. Anita Max win.
Baited out or anything like that towards that side of the map.
Oh.
So understanding that these bad guns will be on that A side and just taking their time, waiting for that smoke to go up door, not dying to anybody from sight. And lining things up to condition in the future rounds. Yeah. We've seen how much of a menace Marv can be in that garden area, the garden cat area. He kind of owns that spot. Look at Ethan, man.
Dapat din na lang nag-go-up tong si ano, men.
He's had an outrageous half.
Si Zekin. Oh.
So obvious, man.
See?
Open the upper.
You were right, knew it.
Yeah, you were right.
Having a field day right now is NRG, and it looks like Sen will be taking a
Ganda ba laban, men?
wise to do so because this game is just slipping away.
Kanina first game maganda.
Very quickly too.
Mukhang mag-third game to ah.
I mean, they found some success with Zekin having the
Sino nanalo first game?
weren't able to carry it over into the
Sen.
next round, but I think they should have enough money to invest it anyway. I think on the other side,
Last pa rin ba si Tens maglaro?
oh
man, every 30 bumps.
continue to cost fits.
Yeah,
30
their game plan is
30
to try to
bumps.
find out where the op is, where the Cypher is playing. It's very much like the last map that we saw, and
Yeah,
just
that's true.
hitting the weak
Hindi nga
side
lang
is what
siya
they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Especially on
Hindi,
the
ayaw niya na rin siguro.
on the last eco round, obviously.
Pressure kasi sa kanya yan eh.
Pressure siya masyado
Taas
sa
ng
kanya.
taas ng expectation sa kanya.
Pagtuloy shit.
So just a masterclass right now for NRG on this attack.
Anong gamit ni Tens ngayon?
Shit, nanood sana muna tayo sa edit.
I mean, the rounds come in bunches.
Ano manalo NRG para may isa pang game?
And given some of the tools they have at their disposal, they could pop very quickly.
Yeah.
Naglaro ba kayo?
Yeah, man.
Ano, panalo?
Manalo naman.
Panalo. Panalo.
Yeah. With 100
Hirap paglaro pag dalawa lang kayo, dami nagtotro.
That's a bad day.
Oh. Sana ako ngayon eh. Immortal na ulit ako.
Mortal ka na ulit.
Oo. Naglaro ako kanina.
Pa-regen mo na yan, next up.
Mahirap rin.
they're
Kaya yan?
managing their money
Puta.
in such a way to where Zekin can continue to get an op.
Ano pa ba, pre?
Hirap yan. Pak.
There's the challenge.
Wala.
Zekin wise to just show an arm there before he peeks out all the way.
Yeah, dancing with death.
Baba tayo dun sa'yo.
Baba lang kami. Yeah.
Sige.
And just disposed of.
Yeah.
Such a good peek from Demon One.
It was
Going wide.
It was effortless. It looked so easy.
Looked like he knew. Peeked it perfectly. And here you go. You get the kill. You cut noise. Again with the smoke on door. I think this is all fake.
Well, just for a second, it looked like.
And it was just enough. There's only Zekin here, and he has to go huge for his team.
Sinusugod ka na, Gar.
At this point, you imagine he's just kind of playing to stay alive. Oh! He's got it! Kill the spikes on the other side!
Oh!
Peeks ahead of it and tries to get a second.
NRG is
Net.
so smart right now.
93
They're
guys.
so dialed in.
70 HP, trying to dance around.
Oh, wow.
But he got the job done. Spike is planted. And now things slow down. A 2v2 as you hear the dart soar across the site. Ethan playing in a position to where he can impact things at the end of the round. Leaving Vic to his own devices. That ult's gonna be big.
Patalon si
By
Gago.
himself while Ethan starts to move forward. Drops Sassy. John by himself will not deliver. He cannot.
NRG look like they're taking this map away with them.
Dude, they're
Shake,
speedrunning their way to
shake.
split at this point.
And you see the different layers that they have on this map now and why they condition that door smoke. This time opting to fake and go back to the B site, investing the KO as well. And had Ethan not gotten that trade onto 10s who killed Demon 1 there, maybe a faster rotation would come out from the likes of Sen. But they were not able to make it in time. And Zekin just got overwhelmed, like he can't deal with everything, right? Omen alt back sight.
Right.
So was running out to trade with Killjoy.
That one way is not kind. But honestly,
I mean,
10s with 2 HP.
yeah. Wow.
It looked like they were trying to set up Zekin on some really aggressive space. B main too.
I really like the way NRG just played that map. Or just played this round, this early round. Showing aggression in A main. Showing that there's multiple players there. And that ultimately led Sentinels to try to claim some space at B, running into a flash play.
Lulled into their death cell, sis, with the right click on the flash. Thought he was going to get ahead of things, but 3 members on the other side, and now NRG can push forward.
Look at the mini map. Just like you said, nobody on this A site. And look at how cautious NRG is still being.
Yeah.
Look, he's clearing everything out. Still committing the utility. They don't want to get cheesed right now.
Yeah, they're playing this round by the book.
Man, this is a masterclass.
I mean, Sentinels have already decided to save.
Yeah. And this is a disaster half for the side of Sen.
What adjustments need to be made?
I think it all starts with the mid area of the map. I think when Zekin was able to get those early kills in mid, they were able to actually get something going for themselves in the mid round. But without any mid control or any mid re-clear, Sen is just not able to hold these hits or anything.
Right.
So I think we need to see more proactivity from the side of Sentinels. But it just might be too late, Doug. We're too deep in the half. I mean, this is a 3-8, almost a 9-3. Does NRG give them this round to dodge the 9-3 curse?
Before the switch.
That's the question, because at this point, I think that's all that's stopping them to take this map away.
17-5 for Ethan. I mean, the timeline tells the whole story. Sentinels have struggled to find success.
Yeah.
And now Demon 1 has an op in his hand.
2 ops, actually. Got an op up for Marv, and this is what happens when you win so many rounds in a row, like you were talking about.
Yeah, there's luxury in this.
Drop yourself a rifle, showing up. on both extremities.
Can't use that.
Try to peek ahead into this.
I mean, and just having op presence on attack makes you just play so differently as the defenders. You're scared to jiggle. You're scared to hold certain lines.
And that's tough, especially when you were just calling for perhaps a little bit more proactivity.
Yeah.
From the defensive side.
It causes massive hesitation. Oh, great Molly though.
So dead.
Wow.
That's the proactivity we needed though, and I'm glad it was off utility, making sure we don't get picked by the op.
That's one down.
And that was crazy that Saucy just went for the 1v1 with an Odin against an op.
Because the op, he's picked it up, and he falls, meeting the same fate.
I guess the counter to the op is the Odin.
It seems to be the case.
It's a big kill though.
Yeah, but a 4v2? Maybe.
Defense is spread out though, 2 and 2. If they actually group up here, it will be an even fight on either side.
30 seconds left.
Looking to see if he can find any info with the knife. No one playing backside.
Yeah, Ethan's doing all this on purpose. Drawing attention, trying to allow Marv to find an opening. That jiggle, I don't think it was seen.
Start to see some of his fans come through. 10 seconds left on the round. Celsius with 3 and Sentinels get to 4.
Yeah. And NRG, yeah, I think they gave it to him. I would think they gave him the round. Yeah, they wanted to dodge a 9-3 curse.
We'll take a look at it again. I think jokes aside, I think when you think about how well matched up these two teams are, one round really can make all the difference.
It can.
That's not an insignificant round.
Most definitely. And it was all based off of what I was talking about, like trying to re-aggro in mid, and they actually caught a timing to punish.
Earlier, we spoke with Victor about the legacy of NRG's core, the original NA super team. Take a listen.
I think for our core, or our old core, myself, Austin, or Crashies, Marv, then Chet, I think we're kind of used to that perception of us.
magkasama pala sila dati sa
in North America since like Optic and like late 2021 when we were still known as NV. So I think we're just used to it. And for the other two, Ethan and Demon One, I think they're also used to it. They've been like considered the best team in NA for a little, or EG was considered the best team in NA for like most of last year or most of last season, and they won champs. So I'm sure they're used to it. So as a team, I don't think it bothers us. If anything, it just feels good that people like are slightly scared of us. If anything.
Sentinels might be up a map, but they find themselves down on a set. And I think it's really interesting to hear Vic talk about the core of NRG and how, yeah, I think there is an element of respect that's shown to this squad. And
I mean, you see it in the game.
For good reason, yeah.
Sentinels trying to play proper, you know, trying to play fundamentally sound, using utility. That couldn't be more true. Two Titans in the server. I mean, both these teams are so good.
Yeah, they've matched up super well. I think this feels like, I mean, this has to be what, the biggest gap we've seen in the series?
Yeah.
4 rounds?
Yeah, it is. I will say it is on NRG's map pick. And if you're picking Ascent as your map, you have to be so confident in your attack because you already know every single team is going to choose defense first.
Right.
It's the most defense-sided map in the game right now.
Right.
But to be that confident, like that's what makes a good Ascent team, is that when you do start on attack, you control the pace and you're able to condition certain things and run away with a lead like this on a map where 4 rounds is great. You get 8. Like, you're feeling great right now. And if you're Sen, on the flip side, you gotta win this pistol. Everyone towards B here.
And quiet.
Yeah. And that was the cue.
Expecting the knife, dodging the knife. Crashy still has his dart.
The thing is they haven't shown anything towards the A side of the map.
Oh, attacked him. They're gonna push him. Second dashing forward, the Paranoid trying to hit stairs. Second stair, drops Crashies. A window open, and Sentinels barge through.
That was a sick knife.
Okay, nakakuha na akong idea. Paano mag-entry dyan?
That trip. So impossible.
Still has cam up to watch the
cleared out by walk-in. Oh, the flash was perfect. They've dealt with main. But the bigger issue lies on the site, lies before them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Demon 1's pushing forward. He's managed to slip the net.
Grabe ka.
He does it again.
Just when we thought that Sen was gonna take this pistol round and have a chance. NRG just sucking the life out of them.
Magpo-force Sentinel yan. Lagi sila force kahit talo sa first round eh.
On that catwalk area. Too much value there. It hit the flick on the guy back sight. Are you kidding?
A snowball continues, and you mentioned just how important it was to win this pistol. Take a look at that again. A clean one.
Grabe.
Hindi siya nakatingin sa speedway.
Grabe.
That's what feels bad, man.
Yeah, you can see it on their faces, man.
They know they had that one. That was such a crucial round.
I'll keep them quiet.
To get any type of momentum.
Now, barring some sort of thrifty, we're likely.
Gusto ko na tapusin na ng Sentinels yan, man.
Oh, those shocks.
Laro-laro na ako eh.
Only hit one though. But Zeus is sitting at 4 HP. They do not like what they're seeing, but I like this from Sen. They're thinking of the comeback. They're thinking of the long con, trying to farm up this KO ult already. Not investing. They want a full buy.
I mean, this would be a ridiculous comeback.
Yeah.
Down 5 rounds on the attack side.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
But as you and I have talked about, I mean, you just take it a round at a time.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're losing like this, like any round matters.
Yep.
I've said this before, but every round that you can get truly does matter going into the next map.
I think you can even see the objective, the way that Sentinels want to play this attack half. Zelsis is so close to getting his ult online already. He just got one step closer, now 2 pins away, upgrading a weapon.
Ew, Doug.
I mean, it's still, there's still a lot to be done here.
Yeah.
Cage triggered. 30 seconds left.
But honestly, I think playing in the long term, the closer Zelsis can get to getting his ult online, the better. I think that's key here. He falls. John QT 2 HP left.
He has bomb.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Ethan with 3 on the round, make that 4.
Oh, he has ult.
Zekin, the last one standing.
10 seconds left.
And he will get cleared. NRG gets to 10. And now the game begins. And potentially the final round of the map.
I mean, decent damage done, but Ethan gets KO off of that.
23 and 7.
This guy had 9 kills in the last map. So really taking it personal.
A night and day difference.
Not allowing what happened in the last map to happen again. Maybe what was going through his head was, oh, if I would have been there, we could have won that last map. Maybe this could have been a 2-0.
Must-win round for Sentinels.
Demon 1 with the Guardian. Ethan investing as he should. He's been popping off all game. Uh-oh.
They know. How do they know? He still gets the kill.
Wow.
That was such a cool idea, smoking off Vic so the dart doesn't tag him.
Nah.
But they still had an idea. Saucy took a lot of damage there in that opening scuffle.
Marved first contact here.
He's really far up.
Did he see him?
No. But he falls anyway.
That's a gun diff.
That's now 3 HP. 3 members left for NRG as Ethan continues to farm, continues to frag, and continues to frustrate the opposition. He almost hit that second shot. Ethan and Crash, he's left alone. He's gonna find a timing, gets another.
Spike down.
Fortunately, disaster averted as Zelsis cleans him up. But now Crashies is left alone. He's got full util. He's got plenty of health.
Damn.
But what he didn't have was a shot against Zen's there.
Malayo-layo pa habol yan, men.
And something I'm noticing right now out of Sentinels, specifically Zekin, is hesitation on his initial peaks. He even in mid jiggled Victor there in the bottom mid before he swung out. And then you saw him actually get punished in A main, jiggling.
Ano ka nanonood, di ba?
Ha?
Tsaka nanonood sa
Twitch.
And that's not what you need. That's not what you want.
May ad block ka?
Wala.
And maybe that round win could be the confidence that he needs to get some of these initial duels. Demon 1 has had a Guardian like the last, like, what, 4 rounds? 3 rounds?
You look at the money that they have. There's a real good chance he carries an op into the next.
I mean, I don't know what happened on the A side of the map, but
well, there shows a little confidence.
All the picks going their way.
Yeah. I mean, both threats in this round. The two Guardians sit harmlessly on the ground.
That's the confidence I was talking about.
Yep.
Zekin needs to tap into that. Don't doubt yourself. But I understand, maybe you thought there was an op online. I get it. You know, there's a lot of things that go on in the mind of a player.
You see the protocols there for Sentinels as they were taking the side. Ultimately, there's no one there, but the idea was evident. The drone swings out. Tens is ready with the paranoia if there is contact, and then they can flood, but he's able to keep it and carry it into the attempted retake, if there is one.
Yeah.
You see for NRG, they don't have much.
And they want Saucy to get closer to his ult here. So even if he goes down, it's okay. Their economy is fine. They'll be all right. You gotta go round by round anyway.
It's just such a long runway. You really can't think too far forward.
They do want to get that Sovalt online for next round, though. So maybe you'll see a B main default out of Sen or an A main default. Try to get the orb on to Saucy. Try to explode on a site with that ult. They want to string some rounds together. They want to snowball. And that's that initial contact. Ooh.
Nicely done.
Nice readjustment there from Zekin.
And so they get to 4. 10-6, still in favor of NRG. Ult online for Ethan. And I don't expect anything fast here. But there is an op online.
He is passive off in this beeline again. Seems like that's the name of the game for Chet here. Against the Sen squad, playing these passive off angles. Now he's gonna get re-aggressive now in the mid-round. So really playing for that second layer.
And they're doing such a good job of trying to set him up. You saw Vic to contact, there's a turret there. And then he can swing.
Is Zekin ready for this? Oh, he's dialed in.
He looks ready.
Just one
That's a footstep.
difference here.
He's got to know. He spotted a hand. Demon 1 shoots just a little early. Yeah, he's stuck. This is very reminiscent to what we saw previously. Second gets him.
Wow.
Not able to dash away. Not able to find solace.
Damn!
The one way, bro.
Ethan filth again.
No way, man.
As the brakes are thrown on the round. Expecting aggression.
Oh, and it lands!
Ethan's done.
That opens up the site, Doug.
Vic is trying to hold from spawn, though.
Oh, no.
And now he's smoked off.
Crashies might go huge here.
If he gets it. What?
Did he just one-tap him through the smoke?
Yes! And now Crashies find success, too. They're going to snatch this thing back.
Oh, no.
Contends do it again.
Planted. My ultimate is ready.
Desperate need to pull out a miracle here. Vic is weak. The first one falls. The second doesn't. An attempt was
Narinig lang ni Victor ata yung ano.
But NRG get another round.
Chefs na.
I would love to see that back from Victor's POV. I need to see how he killed Zek in there, because that was crazy. We heard one bullet.
I think that was all that was fired.
I mean, Sentinel set this round up so good.
Ayan, no?
I mean, they had it. Oh,
Ayun.
step
Narinig.
off of one footstep.
Yeah.
Enemy remains.
Unreal.
Oh, no.
And now a timeout called from Sentinels. Still down a fair amount. Still a long road to recovery.
I just
Third
can't
map
believe
yata
Ethan's
to.
sitting on 26 kills, and I mean, he could go for 30 right now. No one else is even close in the server.
He really could.
Like legit, no one's even close. Just great play right now from NRG. Sentinel's losing a lot of these
Ano kaya
micro
sinasabi
fights.
nito? Nagagalit kaya to?
But like, I mean, what can you do when you're just getting spammed through a smoke like that, you know?
That's tough to say, but Kaplan seems to have a lot that he wants to share with his team right now. Very animated. Trying to will things back.
Yeah, maybe trying to make
Yo, nakakross
Sen
yung
boys
paa
maybe
niya,
just
yo.
calm down a little bit. Understand all the steps they have to take. Don't skip a step, you know?
The little
like,
things, yeah.
Like that even just that little footstep that Zekin made her break the round, right? So trying to make everybody hone right in, and now you're seeing John struggle right now, who normally plays Killjoy on this map, and he's looked pretty good. on it, you know. I just feel like not really getting anything going here with the Cypher.
Zekin will have blades online. Demon 1 with the op.
Get out of my way!
And guess who's waiting on the other side? It's the duelist. Zekin with blades. Smoked off for now, but he's gonna cross.
Everything's showing towards A right now. A main control. Bottom mid smoke comes out with the mid dart.
The drone B main also clearing out.
And the knife to get even more solidified info. If I'm Sen right now, I need to show something B or just go for a B hit. Because there's too many people here on the A rotate. Everything they've shown so far in this round has led to A.
And that's why they're stacked up here. You're absolutely right.
Look at all the pings on the map.
Here.
Yeah, the hit's gonna come through, but we've seen Marv here before, Doug.
Second dashing forward. Blade still in play. Oh, he's flashed, tries to land the shot anyway. He's gone hunting, not able to connect on the right click. Marv falls though. Zekin with the Guardian now, able to upgrade a little bit. And he's trying to land the shots onto the op, and he does. Crashies and Vic left alone. It's all on to Victor now. It was decisive in the face of the rotations, in the face of the fact that NRG had a heavy presence here. They find success, they find space. And once again, the thoughts and the possibilities of a comeback are flirted with.
Yeah. Not making it easy for NRG.
And I've got to stress again, yes, it's a round, it's an important one, but there's still so much that has to go their way, especially on the attack side of Ascend.
Yeah. And Victor's getting close to this KJ ult as well.
Should be able to keep the op into the next.
Crowd's going crazy right now.
No, there's just one guy. I think.
Yeah. Not ready yet. He is the crowd. Like that wide swing from John on Cat.
Yeah. So it looks like Vic will carry the op into the next. Sentinels will get to 7. And the money's not great for NRG.
They did save the op though. I wonder now if we're gonna see Demon 1 buy a Guardian, because he does have funds. He should have the funds to be able to do a light buy. So maybe you have Demon 1 with the Guardian and somebody else on the opposite side with an op.
Marv or somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be the case.
Historically, it's been Marv.
And that might be part of the conversation right now as NRG calls the timeout.
Yeah, what can we do right now to get a cheese round win, you know, or cheese first blood to try to have a chance in winning this round with a bad economy? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize Demon 1 has knives, so maybe a couple more guns than just that. But nah, I think it's just going to be knives and the op. And I think you're going to see maybe Victor playing a retake A setup here, playing off of his util in heaven to delay. If he gets a kill on the actual site hit, he can have that KJ ult to retake. And perhaps on the other side of the map, an aggressive play in B main, maybe a flash dart with jet knives dashing in, maybe tiles, something like that.
Yeah, causing some problems, wreaking some havoc.
Trying to funnel Sentinels into that A site. But we'll see after this timeout. That is a preset play that a lot of teams like to do. And look, I think they're already gearing up for that. I think I was right on the money.
I think you may have been right.
I mean, it's what I would call if I had jet knives. I'm gonna keep it real.
4 rounds separating these two.
What's interesting here, though, is that KO isn't mid to do this flash tiles.
Yeah.
But Sen is already read into this as well. Now
it seems like a different flash, and they have a paranoia potentially to crunch B.
Yeah. No one there, though. Very wise from Sen, but this is all on Vic right now.
That's a deep
smoke. Will he
get
the entry?
There's the paranoia. They're taking all that space B. The question is, will Sentinels take A while they can? He's got the op in hand. Not gonna find a timing window, you're right.
Oh wait, this would be huge.
He's reaggressing. Oh, he lands the shots on Asasi.
He needs to live. Now it's winnable, Doug.
Demon 1, blades online.
And look at Crash, he's in spawn again.
He's so far back.
I think he's gonna ult the back.
I think so too.
The only gap.
There it is. Tapping on to Zelsis. Oh, just narrowly missing. And ult repositions, but 3 players are detained. Demon 1 pushing forward, looking to find another, and he does. That's the 3rd. John Cleute left alone. And once again, the seeds of a comeback fall upon a barren soil. Just when it seems like they have something that they could hang on to, something they could use to push back.
My camera is destroyed.
NRG pull out a miracle.
And like Sentinels was even ready for that. They had all the info. You had John set up outside of B with the cam so he could see it, but it's just such a strong setup when you're running into the
Third map. Let's go.
And props to Victor for actually
Third
going
map
for that
nga,
peak.
pre.
And hitting the shot.
Yeah,
too.
It made the round so winnable. He knew what the win con was and he acted upon it. Nice thrifty.
He got his one and he got out.
All those Jet reps from last year, playing the Jet on Breeze. You see it coming to fruition now. Opping on Killjoy. It's so funny how things work.
And honestly, not just him, you know, we talk about him getting value with the op and whatnot, but his lockdown secured the round.
Yeah.
It closed things out. There's that early aggression. You see the dart into tiles, the flash up to try to challenge. Still guns on the side of Sentinels. There's still a chance here. There's still hope. So you see Sentinels poking and prodding, trying to find a fight. Demon One's on the other side. He gets the best of Zek and Butt. Can Sentinels punch back? They're gonna get the sight. Zelsis has ult.
Does he invest the ult here? I mean, I kind of almost want him to keep it for any hopes of a comeback, but you gotta do what you gotta do to win the round.
Yeah.
Dart flash, not in sync.
Just a little behind.
That's something a little bit uncharacteristic from what we've seen out of Sen. Normally they synchronize those together to make sure they get a scan.
Oh, I don't think they're keen on this, man.
I think NRG's just going for exits.
Yeah, I think so.
Just trying to get damage, get more ult orbs up. That's a big kill.
That's a huge kill. He's got plenty of money.
And they don't opt to grab it, the op. And that was a fast round from Sen. Kind of sending Zekin up mid and Cat to just be a lone warrior while the rest of the players hit B. Just a distraction.
Oh, and also putting the game in your duelist hands. Go get a pick, go find a kill.
Yeah.
And so again, Sentinels continue to push the possibility of a comeback, and my concern though is, I mean, there's really no room for mistake anymore. It's got to be perfect from here on out.
You have to find the right reads. You have to get the max value out of this KO ult.
And this is where I think John really will come into his own. The calling has to be perfect.
I like this. Smoke bottom mid, knife A main. All signs leading towards A again. Last time they did stuff like this, they actually committed. But Ethan looks like he's ahead of this.
The drone tagged one.
Now they're contacting it with the KO ult.
They've got to go fast here. KJ's on the other side, so they're still going to be able to pop these mollies. Holy smokes. They wait out the mollies, they take the space. Where's the challenge? Where's the re-aggress?
Oh my gosh.
They try to hold back side on their own. Crash, she's falling.
Oh my gosh.
Or at least staying alive for now. A flash in his face. He tries to turn it. Zelsis sucker punches him. Demon One and Ethan left alone, but they've gotten it down to 2. Spike's still not planted. Can they find the space? Time now becomes a factor.
Tag them up.
Just barely. Cover going out. The 2 implants, the 2 new additions to this squad, with an opportunity to take us to split. Oh, that dagger. If they can drop Tens and Zelsis right now. Ethan creeping forward. The first one falls. Zelsis having to clutch, and he cannot. Split on the
Sakto headshot, man. Sakto headshot. Sakto headshot. Grabe naman.
Potentially, yeah.
Ano standing nila?
1-1. 1-1.
1-1, damn.
Diyan pa na yung idol kong si Victor eh.
A lot of micro mistakes were made.
But again, honestly, man, given the stakes, given what's up
Maganda, may isa pa.
for things to settle on split.
Last game namin.
God damn. Split man, damn.
NRG historically pretty good at split, and Sentinels this year has been absolutely dominant on the map. We have Andy Miller saying one more.
There were so many close moments, and again, I think ultimately the problem was Sentinels just kind of ran out of gas at the end. They continued to push the possibility of a comeback, but the runway was just too short.
Yeah, adaptations made a little bit too late.
Eto na, decider, man. Decider map.
In just a few moments, We'll be right back.
Anong map to?
Split.
Kaya. Magkano kaya bayad sa ganyan, men? Kontrata nila, no?
Million yun, men.
Lalo na si Tense, no?
Oo, million yan.
Laking pangalan.
Si Yay nga, million din eh.
Sino?
Yay.
Si Yay.
Uh-huh.
2 minutes lang, start na agad. Break sila. Pre, ganito gagawin natin, pre. Pre. Ganun, man.
Sabi niya, pre, mag-off ka na lang lagi. Maging agro ka, pre.
Hindi, walang ganun, no? Na-practice na nila yun. Parang ano. Ito lalaroin.
A small structure keeping them apart. Victor with 2 on the round. The swing on the classic. That's 3 for Victor.
Wrestling around.
And yeah, he's just dropping it into his face.
Getting out of the group was harder. Talking about like the pressure that we felt. So I think we did everything that we could possibly done to be here right now. So we just need to enjoy the moment.
They need to enjoy the moment and focus on the task at hand, which is qualifying for Madrid. And for NRG, they have managed to keep themselves alive in this competition. And I would even go as far as to say in comfortable fashion. That was a 13-8 closeout from NRG. Couldn't have asked for a better way to respond after what was a very intense OT matchup.
Yeah, that first half for NRG was absolute perfection. The mid-rounding out of Ethan was great, and Ethan was just unbelievable. It's unfathomable.
I think we were really paying attention to Demon 1 because, you know, it's Demon 1. We got to see what impact he has. And it's actually been quite fascinating, Ender. It feels like, you know, it was really a tale of like, well, I would say 2 halves, but also Demon 1 really went online at the tail end of Ascent, and it really started to feel like this team was finding Demon 1's spot in there, at least in map 2.
I mean, a little bit towards the end. I honestly think like Demon 1 is not living up to like his full potential today. I think that's just like fair to say. He was not dominant on Ascent. He was not dominant on Sunset either. And that's why you need a guy like Ethan absolutely stepping up. Because there were a lot of moments where Demon 1, especially on attack, was like the first one in. There was a flash coming from the other side. Sentinels were fighting off of it well, and Demon 1 was falling. But even with Demon 1 falling early on, Ethan was stepping up. And that's what is so ridiculous about Ethan's performance, is that he, in a lot of those rounds, was playing like two people. Like, he was taking everyone on from Sentinels.
Yeah, and in close stories like this, it's very rare that you see the team with the Jet who's kind of having a mediocre, fine performance, especially on a map like Ascent 2 Take It Home. But that does really put in context how impressive NRG winning this one is. But still, looking ahead to Split, I think it's going to be absolutely pivotal for Demon 1 to turn it around and have a Demon 1 map. Because I think Sentinels look a lot better on Split. It's their most played map this event already.
I would say that if Demon 1 shows up, I have very high faith in NRG, but also this shows the class of NRG. When your duelist is not having a great day, and you can look down the line and say a few different people could step up and perform, that's a team that can perform on the highest level.
And you see that heritage on the screen in front of you. NRG has made every international event since Masters Berlin. The core of this team always goes to globals, and they always perform well. Look how many 1, 3, 2s, 4s, top level placements this core has. There was an expectation of them making it, and on the other side, for Sentinels, if they were to win this final map and make it to Madrid, it would be a new step in this organization's history.
It would be TenZ returning after so long, which would just be incredible to see, especially
Saucy back on an international.
Yeah, I mean,
Saucy
even
back.
Zekin back. We haven't seen him since
I mean, really, you know, it's exciting, but it's also, you know, for NRG, what a statement it would be for them. Because I think coming into this, there were a lot of question marks. Is this team going to live up to the hype? Are they going to live up to the players that they signed? And here they are contending for that spot, and they are in a very strong spot to potentially prove those doubters wrong.
Yeah, I mean, when you sign two champions in Ethan and Demon 1, you better believe that the expectations are minimum qualifying for Madrid.
Yeah, you have to believe if they don't make it, it is a disappointment. We're looking at the agent select now. No surprises for Sentinel. Same comp we've seen from them before. One concern is that solo Sky. A lot is relying on how Saucy's using that utility. On defense, you can run out. That can get the better of
Double smoke.
Victor locking in the race. That means Demon 1's on Omen. They're looking like EG out here. I'm excited to see what they have prepped on Split. And if it's enough to take NRG to another global event, or if Sentinels can qualify for the first time in so damn long.
Yeah, it all comes down to this. Riot Games Arena, let's make some noise. It's the only way that this matchup could have ended. And let's send it right back to your casters to call the action. You got Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you, GB. All bangers must end on Split, and this is no different from the norm, Baby Bay.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is
Ganda to, man.
debut on
Matatalo Sentinel dito.
First time.
Nakawag sana, men.
Yeah, so many questions about
Parehas
what
na mangyayari
NRG would do when it
like
comes
this
to
last year.
a map that you have to play Raze on.
Yan
I
lang.
feel like this is
Sila
one
sa
of those
split.
maps where like it's so necessary in any comp that you run to have that Raze. And we're seeing it, so it just looks like the old EG blueprint where you put him on that second controller role. Now on the Omen, more like a duelist. You know, maybe you're gonna see him opting a bit more than when he was on the Astra previously on EG.
Aggro TPs, flashing for himself and taking space. I think he gives him a lot more creative agency, for sure.
And how dialed has Victor been on this Raze? Has he still been practicing it? Because we know the potential that he has on this role. And already a fast A default here. All 5 members.
Dude, the Omen flash, the Sky flash, and the kill for TenZ.
He just gets spammed. He just gets a spam kill through the smoke with a classic. That's so dangerous to do. And there's a gap in the A main wall.
Victor's already gotten backside. Saucy was surrounded and disposed of as Demon 1 continues his fragging ways.
And Doug, that gap in the A main wall ended up being the demise, but Zekin gets the spam kill on Ethan.
Vic's pushing heaven. Vic's pushing heaven. Tags John. Applies pressure. Now they have to respond and they have to deal with him.
Ano sa'yo, dalaro ba?
The classic in his face tries to tuck tail and get away. Somehow survives.
No.
How much more time can he buy?
What is this fight?
Lata siya, pre, o lata.
Demon 1. He's got a
Sige,
classic.
sige.
But they're
Tama, tama.
21 HP. Too many targets to deal with. Sentinels get the pistol.
And even for Demon 1, it's too much of an ask.
Yeah.
With just a classic. But honestly, all off of Zekin getting that kill on the bomb planner. I think it was on Ethan. Just spamming him, knowing exactly where to pre-aim. That actually opened up the entire retake and gave them a chance back into the round. Oh my gosh. But look at the smoke. Like I was talking about, actually ended up getting Demon 1 2 kills, one on Heaven, one on Elbow. So almost disastrous. And I think right now, Sen is definitely telling Zelsis to fix that wall. Because that almost was huge for NRG.
Third map.
Third map. Final.
Second
Not
map.
just in rounds, but
Sinunalo.
ultimately in series.
NRG.
To set the stage for those of you who may just now be joining us, Madrid is up for grabs. There's only one spot left for Americas at Masters Madrid, and it comes down to this map to decide who gets to go. Who's packing bags and who's sitting
Hindi na
on the
nag-aano
sideline
si
for
ano? Sino ba yun yung matagal ng NRG? Si...
Such high hopes for both squads leading into
Pangalan
the
nun?
season. Sentinels
Si Itos? Sino?
Hindi, meron pa ko.
And then NRG on the other side, obviously you have this blockbuster edition of Ethan and Demon 1.
Content creator ng NRG.
Oh, content. Hindi meron eh. Sino ba? Pangalan nun? Pangalan nun? Yung nahanga niya lagi si Tens, si ano, tawag dito. Tawag niya kay Tens, Benten. Si ano, kalimutan ko na.
Hindi si Sops?
Oo, ni si Som.
Wala, pahinga siya.
Pahinga siya.
Who answers the call.
So slow.
Just so respectful.
Trying to get a feel for the defense setup.
Nagpalit din ng ano yung NRG.
Trying to see where the Cypher setup is. Trying to see where all utility is. Trying to see where the gaps are.
I mean, they have 3 members of the defense almost playing spawn.
Toxins going up. Gun here.
Saucy now rotating back sight.
Toxin screen down.
10 seconds left in this round on the head. Should be impossible.
Yeah, Saucy should be able to hit a good flash, but they're planning safe. On the other side of the pillar, he's the last one alive. Sentinels get the second, and they do so in flawless fashion.
And they do get bombed down, which is...
Wait, ano nangyari? Di ba decider map? Paano nila malalaman kung sino yung attacking at sino yung defending sa first?
Baka, ano na sila, man, may toss coin na. Before sila mag-start ng tournament. Pero napag-usapan na yan.
Yung twin ko, alam ko para lang sa ano. Yung sa... Sino unang mo pipick ng map?
So, baka yun nga. Pero napag-usapan nila yan, man, kung sino defending tsaka ano, attacking.
I feel like Sentinels is one of the best split teams I've seen in the game at this moment of time.
Satchel to Rams.
So yeah, NRG. Yeah, they have the blockbuster team. Yeah, they have all these star players, champions. But this is a tough ask.
Good flash. Victor dead. They've done such a good job of playing around these Viper walls. I know it's early, but...
Bitin yung ano, Satchel niya, men. Bitin, pumalpak siguro.
And you see the change of pace. They were in spawn previously. The last 2 rounds they were in spawn, no contact anywhere, and now they're going aggressive. Tens with a deep TP there into the corner, catching Victor off guard. That was all set up from a flash from Saucy. Now what do you do as NRG? We know they're so good at mid-rounding. They're great in these man-down disadvantages.
Dalas si Demon duelist to eh.
Fault line setup.
It's no value though.
Flash around the corner. There's just so many things that they can use to get out onto the site, to take aggressive space, but this smoke, they're just playing on the other side of it, and that paranoia is so good! Another gorgeous use of utility by Tens. It all falls together. Crashies sitting on the other side of a trip, spike out of hand, a bonus for Sentinels.
Gago talo ano dito, NRG dito.
5v3 advantage perfectly, not giving any first bloods, not giving any picks to NRG's contact plays, understanding that they're gonna util dump.
Anong team yung meron si Tens? Si Tens?
Oh, Kerry.
Chaining utility together. Let's go. Peeking off of it, having crossfires on top of all that.
Pogi.
They're a hive mind right now.
Alin ba?
Ilan mo ba yung tinawag mong pogi? Pinoy yan.
Ay. I didn't know.
Wait, sino?
Si Zekin.
Oh. Oh, he's a tense pala yan, oh. Which team is it? Bro.
Sentinels.
You liar.
Sabi, joke lang, di ba?
Wait lang, alin nga? Sen or ano? NRG?
Sen.
Okay. Thanks.
He got stuck in between trying to figure out who he wanted to fight there.
Yeah. Such a
Nakaumpisa lang ba ng ano nila?
Uy, gago saan.
I thought so too.
He gets re-swung.
I mean, Zekin's feeling it. And he knows they have a gun advantage. So why not push the pace? A deep smoke. John with much to do. Spotted. Caught him 4K. Rotating back out onto the side though as Vic gets the spike down. Ooh, this is aggressive from Demon 1. TP's up into heaven. Vic tucking.
That's so good.
2v4.
Actually setting up
2v3 pala.
so perfectly here.
He's ahead of them.
Mababa sense niya, no? Demon 1, halata.
If they strike in this time window, he's by himself. Spamming onto the second, almost hitting it. They were divided.
And I know Tens is known
Go
for his
Tens.
flicks with his aim, you know, like shooting people's heads, but
Panorin ko nga pala yan, gago.
he was looking elbow with that, and then he flicked them right off of contact. Didn't know he had capabilities like that, Doug.
Take a look at it again. The buy wasn't great.
It
Yeah,
was
no?
so close.
Muntik dumagpula.
You see
Galing
the
naman
paranoia
yun.
and Tens on the swing.
Kita mo, nagka-crush ba sila? Hindi, no?
And Demon 1, who I truly believe is
Nagka-crouch.
Nagka-crush sila?
take one-to-ones in general.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like in this series he's been
Mga CSGO.
tumama na yung 3
Alam mo na
bullets.
alam mo na pag mga CSGO player.
CSGO play.
Flash is traded.
Ako dati, nagka-crush din ako dati. Kaso ayoko masanay, lalo sa Valorant.
very slow play here.
Hirap kasi ano, pag nag-crush ka, hirap ka na makalis.
What's happening? I think they're a little cautious now because Sky has been shown at B.
I mean, the smoke is the
Pag
only
manorism
thing
mo,
right now.
hirap.
You've got the Roomba and you have the dog clearing up, taking space. Do they fill in what was previously vacated?
Wala nga si Victor nagdubilis eh.
Does NRG have a read into this?
Sky lagi yan si Victor.
They've taken some space, and it seems like Sentinels are comfortable.
Or
to give it
basta
up.
Pero
wala.
dubilis siya nung optic eh.
They can take a step back to the second layer.
Ito, nag-sky
Exactly
din
where
siya.
Tens is. Has a paranoia in hand too. There's no
Idol
combo.
ko yan
Though.
si
There's no one
Victor.
really to swing off of this with him because of the rest of the defenses have already pushed into garage. Zelsis taking the best of Demon 1. And he's got to tuck tail, he's got to get away. Keep a close eye on Zelsis so he continues to push the pace into main, into garage. What an awkward situation. Shot has to be clean, flash in his face, tries to turn it and stay alive. Zekin now satcheling forward with ult in hand, landing it onto Vic.
Bilis.
Bilis.
Spam is just too much though. He's stuck. You have to deal with him. You can't afford to just leave him there. Finally swinging out, getting to safety. Spike not committed. Spike not planted. Finally, an attempt will be successful.
Spike planted.
Hey.
Crash, he's left alone. Can he pull?
Woo!
Grabe. Baka tense yan.
Sentinel, testicles.
Almost played that near perfect. Yeah.
Kapangalan niya yung aso ko, Min Tyson.
Holding him the entire time, and that opened up.
Galing naman.
Players trying to rotate.
Okay.
For NRG, Tens. I heard somebody in the crowd say Tens is not overrated.
Tyson,
go,
come here.
Tens.
Look at this.
The guys had an outrageous series.
'Yung tumama yung ano, isang bala lang ata yung tumama dun sa kalaban.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Kanina pa yan, pero tulak niya na naman yung isa. Hindi.
As they should. Things are slipping away.
Pasa.
My dude didn't get hit in the crowd again.
Pasa.
He's gonna walk away.
Lamig
Oh.
ka.
Iba na yan, yun yung
Malamig ka ako,
nagmamayaw.
may blanket din ako, pre.
Iba yung nagmamayaw-meow, posa.
They've showed a mid hold in the next round. They're giving mid. There's so many things they're doing
NRG.
right now. that is making it hard for NRG to get a read on positioning and how they're set up and where the different
Grabe
players
siguro
are.
pressure.
Even just having that Sky showing presence in B main, and then all of a sudden you see Zelsis is in there maintaining all that space. A lot of layers to this map. I mean, Sentinels has so many reps on this map.
A 5-round lead, full momentum, tens with the op. Meanwhile, for NRG, nothing but a myriad of questions.
Wala na to, GG na to.
Unexpected din, pero
towards this B side of the map, trying to maybe
Ang hirap kasi abulin niya, no? Yung 5-0 na yun.
in this area because of all the corners and cover that he can have. And here's that Sky again in B main.
Info
This time,
agad
it's all faint. The setup is retake on B now.
kanina pa yung Guardian.
They have all info. This should be a good read from NRG.
They're not going to clear him.
Dog missed.
They're not going to clear Zelsis.
Oh, this is the
He hears him. He sees him. Again, disaster.
Malaking factor talaga to si Zelsis eh.
Oo.
John trying to hold them back.
This 1v1 is everything.
2 bullets left.
Nagpe-play siya ng weird eh. Hindi
Oo.
na oh,
Reposition.
unpredictable.
Crashes his ult. Demon 1 can reposition.
Ayun si John, no? Nag-rotate to.
If they commit, the paranoia is there. No follow-up yet as they're traded. And now, the Rolling Thunder comes through. Waves crashing.
Ayan na yung ano nila, men. Comment. Ay, yung Cypher. Ayan na. Yun na yung Cypher. Oh, diba?
Ethan left alone. Can he pull off this 1v2?
Holy shit.
Wait. Oh.
Oh.
Sino ba yan dyan na yan?
John Cutie.
Bago.
John Cutie. Ba't parang Filipino? John Cutie.
Galing sa tier 2.
Oh my gosh, all off of this kill.
Matagal na siya naglalaro dun, di ba? Sa ano?
Eh.
Matagal niya nang kadungong si Tens at si...
Yan, yung ba si Tens? Cutie.
Oo, yan si John Cutie.
Oh.
Yung ano, yung coach sila.
Is Tens Asian?
And you saw it the entire time. Ethan was worried. He was
Japanese yata siya eh.
Vietnamese.
No? Vietnamese? Hindi Japanese.
Vietnamese.
Ah, Japanese pala si ano.
Sino?
Si Kaede yung fiancé niya.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Half Japanese.
Imagine
Grabe
your
talaga.
dad being like a legend. Damn.
Ayun naman eh, legend. Legend Jacolero.
Sa dami.
Legendary. Legendary ba?
Oh! Sige!
At least legendary something.
Hindi nga, lolo niya nga nagliligob na dyan.
Yay! Tama
God damn, Marv.
NRG seem to find some success. They seem to find some space.
Tens is still alive here.
And he still wants fight with the up. Trying to land the shots. Missing everything going wide.
Grabe yun.
And now John QT shows up.
What the fuck?
Tens persistent in his approach. Relentless and reckless abandon. As he reagresses
shotgun
and
naman.
repeats.
Oh my gosh.
Now with the shorty still. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a 2v5.
Galing nung ano.
Can he pull it off? An angel of deliverance.
Grabe. Grabe si John.
John Cutie. Nagpapasiklab pa rin.
Baka mag-rookie of the year pa yan.
Naku po, magti-13-0 pa yata, wag naman sana. Nakakaya yan, pre.
Oy.
Ay, wag na, baka ma-jinx ko, pre.
Wala pre, wala si Demon 1. Hindi siya effective. Kasi hindi siya nag-jet eh.
Jet sana siya.
Oo, dapat nag-jet siya.
Jet siya eh.
Hindi niya kaya mag-comment pre.
Grabe.
Grabe yung aim ni John Cutie, man.
Oo. Nag-ano siya, men. Tawag nito, nagiging magaling siya pagka mag-isa lang siya.
Adrenaline ba yan?
Oh, may ganyan eh, adrenaline.
Ang galing na, wait, tatanan yung mga characters, mga agents, pero napapatay pa rin nila.
This has got to feel like quicksand, no? I mean, nothing.
Grabe naman.
Everything falling apart.
Yeah.
You're slowly being suffocated
Siya din tumatalon.
Oo, kasama.
Tsaka mabagal yung pagkasatchel niya, di ba? Kaya na headshot.
Wait.
Uy, gago.
Inom ba niya kakampi niyo?
Gagi.
Sounds like me.
I know the chances are ridiculous.
Oh, ouch.
Paano pag naklatch niya to? Tangina. Putang ina.
NRG needed this
Hindi,
round.
hindi niya
sa inyo eh.
Needed it, especially given the circumstances of the last round. I mean, I just gotta break it down even more.
Ang hirap siguro nito.
Marv knew to take the
Siguro sabihin ng coach nila. Oh, save ka na.
That's the plays that he's known for making. That's what made him a champion in the first place. And he even got
Do you
two
think?
on that lurk. And then you have Demon 1 set up
Yeah, I
to
think so
secure
too.
the round if everything goes south.
Ganun yung coach, no?
Close it out.
Ay, gusto mo pang labanan? Wala, save ka na.
Layo niya.
They want to close this map out. They want to go to maturity.
Para pa kaya pag di mo sinunod, no? Ano kaya sabihin sa'yo ng coach?
Pwede ba sila mag-usap-usap pagka kasama pati coach?
No, I don't think so.
Or IGL lang. IGL lang ata pwede. Salita.
IGL lang, pero I think hindi tol eh.
Eh!
Oh, it's crazy. Looked like he wasn't even aiming at him. Just understands where the bullets are gonna go. Big entry from Victor.
Oh,
The
that
crouch.
was
Kitag naman yung crouch dun. Kita mo yung crouch dun.
Crouchers.
Nag-crouch siya.
So you don't really need to crouch?
If you're spraying, it could helps you control the recoil.
Oh.
It's like they were up 7-0, but every round has been so costly that just that one round win from NRG put them back. They had to go for light armor.
Ang bilis, so nandun na agad sa taas yung isa.
Seems like they also really want to continue to lean into the defensive op. So maybe.
Yeah, and I liked what they did last round, putting it in the hands of Zekin.
Yeah, first
honestly, even when
BCT
it's
yata
not
ni
ready
ano
for an
to.
op being posted up there. But Zekin just
Wala kaya silang ano dyan, kahit isang round na parang mag-aggressive sila. Like parang, alam mo yun, hindi ano.
Everything but mail not cleared.
And Marv's job here is just listen to the rotates, try to catch the.
Sanay na sanay yung sentinel sa map na to eh.
Still has a trip that's keeping him at bay for now.
He just breaks it now, and now they're wrapping vents.
Oh, that's bad. That's trouble. What? And he's out!
Like a thief in the night.
I have to see that from his POV. Seeker's invested. That's going to give away a lot. John playing from safety. Now pushing forward.
Ito na, dinig na nila. Oop.
Boom. Galing yun.
Normally, for regular humans, that's a difficult angle to deal with. But they just continue to push forward and demand the best out of each other. Like iron sharpening iron. Oh!
Uy, bawasan.
Pushing each other to their very limits. They've got to get the spike down. There's no flood. They're so weak. No armor. Less than 50 HP on both. Celsius is dropping down. John close by. Spike ticking away.
Grabe.
Falls. Demon 1 with the op.
Yari ito. Boom. Uy,
Nag-miss! Nag-miss!
Nag-crouch! Di pa rin nag-crouch.
Nag-crouch?
Oo,
Nag-crouch,
nag-crouch
nag-crouch.
gago.
Like a centimeter? Maybe less
Tapos
than
ang
a
ina niya
centimeter.
nag-crouch.
Tingnan natin replay, tingnan natin replay.
Walang naman
Replay niya, nag-crouch yan.
Honestly,
Lang replay.
all these crazy kills.
Wow, si John Kitty na yung ano.
To spam the
Top
smoke, just
frogger.
everything going Sentinel's way.
Ito lang replay. Ayan, magre-replay siguro.
Wow.
Ang tagal na replay.
Ito.
Ayan o.
Ganda.
No way.
Ano yun?
Okay.
Ba't yan lang?
All he sees is the gun barrel and he gets a headshot.
Grabe yun. Ayun, nag-crouch din ah.
Ayan o. Ayan o.
Look at
Wait
this.
lang.
Ay!
Ayun o, nag-crouch.
Nag-crouch
Nag-crouch
nga.
diba?
Para ma-miss mo.
Hindi, malayo sa ulo, men. Malayo.
Balikat
Nasa
no.
balikat niya.
Pero
Tapos nag-crouch pa.
natatamaan yung katawan niya. Pag hindi nag-crouch.
Honestly, I think as I think over that replay that we just saw, it's really kind of indicative of
Baka
what's
iniisip
gone,
nila.
haven't it? You see
8-1
Crash, he
na.
was trying to like
Kaya ba to?
1v4 his way out onto the site, getting his kills clean, and then you got Zelsa spamming smokes on the other
Cute
side.
yan, di ba?
It really just seems like for Sentinels.
Ayun, kala ko si Tensei.
Ina-highlight to.
I don't even think NRG is playing a bad map right now.
No, I agree.
Jan Cutie. Putang ina, kung bading yung pangalan ng puta.
Cute.
Akala ko Filipino eh, kasi ganun na mag-name.
Mag-name, yeah.
Yung mga teasy, oo, tapos mga cutie. Diba? Right? Right? Oo.
Alupi TV, yeah?
What the
Pablo Place.
Pablo Cutie.
Dapat Pablo God. Oh my God.
My goodness.
Eugen Cutie. Parang hindi bagay.
Hindi bagay, pre.
Hindi bagay.
Priority TV, man.
Hindi bagay.
Bagay ano, Sir Eugen, ha?
Alright.
Hello. Sir Eugen.
Hindi, Eugen Vlogs.
Eugen Vlogs.
Heavy mid here from Sun.
Which makes sense too, given how much energy have tried.
Masyadong busy sa manonood. Hi, pretty. Ate.
I like this. 50-second mark is hit. All right, let's back up. Let's not give him any kills.
Hi.
We know a site hit's gonna come soon.
Hi, Ate pretty.
That's why you see a site set up here. Zelsa's getting into site today. There are
So, yeah. So, upcoming match.
Oh my gosh.
Bukas, Loud versus kung sino mananalo dito.
Fall line set up to help take ramps.
Oh, this is
Kinam.
Another classic
Di ba, pasok na sa Madrid, nasa Madrid, ay, pasok na yung Loud?
Oo, tatlo.
Wow, gago.
Sino sa kanila momentum? Hirap kalaban yan, men. Mahirap kalaban mo sa kanila momentum.
Tang-ina, rematch bukas, men. Pag manalo Sen dito.
Maglalaban pa sila? Loud?
Oo.
Oh.
Kasi naman nanalo dito.
Usually they get traded in a heartbeat, but every bullet would hit its mark.
Ay, rematch ng Loud? Di ba natalo yung Loud?
Panalo
Pinalo
yata.
na Loud yung Sentinel eh. Kung mananalo Sentinel dito, rematch sila.
Rematch sila. Ganda ng spray niya, men.
With Grouch, no?
And even this.
Yeah, you're right. Jordan didn't even have to
It
go.
was 18 hours.
He was concealed the whole time.
It was all a bait.
Pagkatapos ng 5 bullets niya, nag-crouch siya, ganda.
The round has already started.
Frustration out of NRG. Team flashing now. The rollouts aren't even there.
Hirap.
Tangin ng epic eh.
Plenty of cause for
Pag ako gumawa niyan, wala na. Talo na.
Tawa na gali eh.
Honestly, I think in moments like this, we find out what the roster made of. The roster has plenty of experience and was only joined by more experience. Now left head scratching.
Kaya gusto ko laro si Pablo lagi.
Looking for answers.
Of course.
Dre, we would look towards Demon 1.
Ako naman overfocus, man. Hindi ko alam na nangyayari around, ano? Yung sa paligid ko, man.
Sabi ko, men, saan yung smoke ko? Hindi ko, men, bahala ka na.
You know the crazy thing is, we've still been playing great. Just not to the standard that
Hanapin niya. Wala nang pag-asa yun. Wala.
Second.
Oh!
What the fuck?
Gago.
Di ba dapat bawal
Ganda
yun?
ng blind nun.
A complete
Pwede yun.
Timing, man. Timing.
Ano na, Demon 1. Galaw.
Wala na. Omen yun, eh. Ano magagawa yun sa Omen? Hirap. Oba.
Tinamaan siya.
We missed the clip.
There's only 5 seconds. This is just too much to ask for.
Yeah, I mean, he's not winning the round.
Oh, Novas pa.
Gago, kanina pa siya pinapatay ni Cutie, men.
Hindi siya nagiging effective kasi hindi siya, ano, man, jet.
Hindi siya jet, men.
Oo. Hindi, nagkaroon siya, Omen, eh.
may ano pa rin, may uuwing iiyak men.
Mapapalitan na.
Knowing that Tens had a paranoia coming.
Ooh, nice.
Ang ganda ng aim niya men.
Oh, maganda talaga aim nito, pre.
Sino yun?
Solid.
Sino yun?
Si Demon 1.
Di
Solid
pa
yung aim
si
niya.
Demon sa NRG men. Kaya hindi pa nagkakaintindihan.
Bago sila.
Ganda sana eh. Oo, bago pa lang.
Kaya sana jet, man. Mag-jet siya dyan. Ganda ng jet
Siya
yun.
dun sa ano eh.
Dami pwedeng liparan dyan, man.
EG.
So hard. I feel like
Bago pa lang sila, bago pa lang. Baka
Just
sila
like
like
John
Navi
has just been in the
City.
flow state of calling, changing up the setups and everything's been
Baiter daw
working.
kasi. Charis.
Di ba dalawa yung name na EG men?
Alam mo ano, siguro
Gaming
naka-plan
isa.
din yan Pablo.
Kakangkang. Isa.
Siguro gusto
Ay,
niya
sa
mag-jet pero ayaw nung baka ganun.
Oh, ayan na. Coach.
Coach.
Ah.
Tignan mo. Dalawa smoke nila.
Eh di, pwede naman siguro mangilaban, di ba? Mga Asian player kasi PRX men.
Tapos na sila.
Map ata to niyan eh, ni John Cutie. Grabe. Grabe. Let's go.
Ako easy yata.
Purple yung hair ni Demon 1. Cute.
30 seconds left.
Let's go.
Taguan, no?
Uy,
Sa kabila.
Yung timing, no? Yung timing, no? Habang nagpipick siya, kala niya wala na.
Aha. Tayo na, 1 lang sila, oh.
Hello, hello.
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 Naririnig ba? Hello.
Hello.
Dre.
Nasaan? Ah. Oh, bumuyutin. Let's go. Balik na tuloy siya. Gago eh.
Bakit?
It looks weak. We'll see what the desk thinks about that very question. Take it away, GB.
Hello?
Hello?
Yan, Chicken Joy.
Hello po. I'm Chicken Joy.
Ay, you're Chicken Joy. Okay.
Hello.
Chicken Joy na ulit.
Yes, I'm back, guys.
Asa na yung best friend mo ay si ano? Ay.
Gravy.
Si Dre. Yung best friend mo si Dre. Nasaan?
Okay, ito natutulog. Bukas na ulit. Bukas na ulit ka. Yes. Nasa PC kasi siya. Yes, sa cellphone na Mino. Join mo.
Talaga. Hi, I'm Dre.
Hindi ka ba na, hindi ka ba na, like, tawag dun? Hindi ka ba napaniwala na ako na si Jay? Ina. Sayang yung effort ko.
Tikman.
Yung effort ko. Tinry ko pa naman ibabae. Gawing babae yung boses ko. Hi, I'm Dre. Tang ina. Tayo naman, chi. Hindi ka man lang naniwala kahit konti.
Nagulat ako. Si ano yun na?
Si ano yun ah? Si Boy.
Habang patagal ng patagal, lumalakas yung Sen na Pablo. Habang patagal ng patagal, lumalakas sila.
Gwapo ni Sen.
Ano yan?
Grabe.
Habang tumatagal, lumalakas yung Sentinel men.
Energy.
Dito lang pala intense, no?
Ha?
Ano ka pre?
Hindi kasi tense.
Bakit si tense?
Nakita ko na si tense. Nakita ko na yun.
Ulit?
Hindi ako nakapagpa-picture.
Ba't naman hindi?
Kinawayan niya lang ako.
Hello.
Tapos na-call ka? Yabe yun. Sarn.
Tapos may minsan.
Ang dami nila dun. Tong ina. Ano?
Timing men? Timing yun? Ano siya?
Nanalo to, wala na. GG na agad.
Honestly, to go back to a little bit more recent, remember at the beginning of this year,
Pero dami
this
pwedeng
wasn't the
mangyari
roster
din.
that they had. It was Pancata who was in the works.
Don't know.
For them to traverse all of that and now find themselves here.
And Jordan, he earned his spot. He had to earn it. He had to step up to the plate and be that guy.
And when he had his opportunities, he delivered. And that's exactly what Sentinels are doing now. Florida
Tamang
was
lurk lang si
changing the
Cutie, oh.
landscape
Oo,
of
magaling.
North American
Malakas
Valorant.
pa rin si Zelsis, man.
Balik-balik lang.
I mean, this is going to mean so
Oo.
much to them if
Pero
they win this
tinatanggap
pistol.
din natin.
You know they're
30
going to be
seconds left.
popping off on all cylinders.
Last time nag-time out lang siya.
Ooh.
Kasi ano,
Nice, grabe si
pagod
Merv.
siya, man.
Does he go for more?
Ganda ng tutok na ito eh. Kanina pa eh. No?
He's taking a breath here.
Kawisyo
The
din.
amount of drop jaws that I just saw.
Magiging
Bilis.
11 ba?
Ridiculous.
You think?
I think everybody felt like it was going to be in Sentinel's hands, but Marv has something out there.
Di ba? Ang linis. Linis na ano yun.
He's done it on his own.
Oh, he was ready to take the head off his teammate.
Can he finish it? Oh! He's given his opportunities.
One shot.
Oh, he's gonna rob him of it.
Wait.
We're just playing a mini game right now. Yes, and he does.
Nice job.
Defuse, gago.
Round,
Ay,
pistol round lang naman.
tapos nakalimutan niya mag-defuse, no?
Fun as that was.
Bago,
Good
baka
night. They're still down so big.
11-2
That's
first
sad.
yan.
We'll take a look at it again.
Oh my gosh.
Ah,
Joe
galing
Filo
oh.
always said that the Ion Sheriff
Tapos
was like
yun.
automatic headshots, but
Ano yun? Reaction time?
like truth there. Make sure you follow iBuyPower on socials where they're giving away a free PC
Hindi ko alam.
every time
Paano
there's
niya
a race. And whichever one
Hindi ko
of you
alam.
wins it,
Yeah,
thank
reaction
God.
time. And aim din.
Beautiful smile yung coach nila, oh.
Keeping his team in the
Let's go
game.
sila ng isa round.
Single-handedly. Oh.
Okay na yun. At least hindi zero.
Put the game on his back.
Tapos natalo sila ng ano, no?
Jinx ka, pre.
And that's what you need.
Nga eh.
You need that pop-off
Go
moment.
kasi. Ooh.
It's still so
Uy, sayang.
Uy.
Pistol.
Gogo, pinistol siya ng ganun.
Now this would
Disrespect,
be
man.
something.
Grabe.
This would require some crazy antics for Sen to bring this back.
They
They do
have
have a Phantom to do it.
I mean, they have numbers on B. The defense is split.
Ay, wala.
There's the Phantom. There's the spike.
Yun na, wala na. Medyo mahirap na yan.
It's not even a bad idea to save
Lahat.
this if you're John. Seriously.
Ba't mahirap?
Sure.
Medyo mahirap na kasi, no.
I mean, you do
May
have a
spike
lot
na
of room to
laglag.
play with.
Ah.
Go for it, but
Kailangan nila parang i-retake. Yung spike.
Hinapon.
Throwing na sila,
Why?
men. Throwing na sila. Throwing na.
What?
And that's your plug.
Eh, kasi makukuha ng kalaban pag namatay sila eh.
Ah.
fun with it. Even though
30
they're
seconds left.
2v4.
One enemy
Eh,
remaining.
naka-full save sila. Makakabili pa rin sila ng gun.
Demon 1 gets his Q, NRG gets
Walang
free.
gun. Sad.
Hindi, sabi niya, tangina, hindi ko kailangan yan.
This entire
Oo nga.
series.
Broke yung isa sa kabila.
Sabi niya, oh, hindi. Pero yung pagkasabi, I don't need that shit, bro.
Eh.
Eh.
Broke
I
bro.
love that gun, man.
Anita Max win.
Tamo.
Anita Max win.
Feel good eco frag Barb as
Yan,
well.
oh.
Tara na tayo.
Pistol and now this.
One enemy remaining.
Yan, tagal natin manood pa.
Sometimes
patapusin
your
eh.
teammate getting an
Arben,
ace
Ganyan.
can
mag-online
be
ka
that
na.
spark.
Ganyan yung galawan natin mamaya. Oo nga.
Wait lang.
Pablo, ah. Pablo.
Yun yung mga tense.
Pag hindi natin natapos yan, may stock lang tayo hanggang 11, men.
Paano kasi yung pampaboost ng confident yan? Nanonood ka ng ganyan.
Mamaya na. Mamaya ako smoker. Pero hindi ako
Meditate
ganun-
pala kayo dito.
Pero hindi ako ganun kagaling ah.
So Ethan with the stinger. Crashies as well.
Gameplay
Ano
analysis
ba, magaling ka na pag nanood ka VCT.
Oh, gameplay analysis ba?
Oo, ganyan. Na-adapt mo yan eh.
Tens.
Hindi nila eh.
Magiging, ako naman magiging utens. Hayop.
Utens.
Bastos. Bastos.
You know, sometimes about are you playing not to lose, or are
Putin.
you playing to win?
Utens.
You wonder
Wala na dyan, pre.
Putin.
Direct na. Puta. Butas na yung mid nila. oh.
gas a little.
Wala ka na sila
I like
siege,
what they're
men.
doing here. I like how they took AK
Walang
from
wall,
early, they
walang
cut
wall.
noise.
Sino yung
Pasok
nagsisiege
na ng
dati na na-hospital sa ano? Sa Sen dati? Sen
Ah.
Ang pangalan nun?
Paano niya alam? Paano niya alam?
Cheater, report.
Report, puro cheater tong mga pro player na to.
Imagine.
Cheater. Report. Ako yan, report.
Ooh, that's crazy. Ooh, out.
Damn!
Hi!
So may ropes.
Winnable, guys. Winnable.
Hindi niya pa.
Ay, bakit ganun?
May trade yan na yan.
GG na.
Anong trade nila? Okay, mamaya ganyan trade natin
Okay.
Putang ina.
Ay na, grabe naman kayo maglaro.
Yung
trade sa pinapanood maganda to sa trade mamaya. Putang ina. 5 seconds delay.
Launtog yung race. Launtog sa wall.
Sabihin na naman. Trade tayo mga pre
Yung trade pre 5 seconds delay.
Ganda ng bakit sumak nila ng ganyan pag tayo naglaro ng ganun ang liit, putang ina. Yung ni Viper.
Depende sa sa pag-place ng pit.
Ay, guys, meron nga yung hugis titi doon. Meron, gago, hindi nyo alam. Gago, meron.
Nakita na naman niya.
Oo nga.
Bakit? Hindi ko nga nakita.
Hindi, man, game sense yan, halata Talino yun baliw yung hype na yan
Si Celsius.
Mga nerd yan,
Baliw
man.
yan, mga nerd yan mga baliw yun
Before bumaba yung smoke niya, nakikita na nila agad.
I saw nothing.
Wala na, thrower na yan. Tinrow na.
Bobo naman nun, sino ba?
Magaling yun si Marv.
Ang trash talk ng pro team pro player.
May aim naman siya sa mga... Uy.
30 seconds left.
GG.
Lost din ni
Type na, GG.
Kailangan tap yung bomba, tangina yung bomba.
Type GG, type ko GG.
Lost din yan ni...
Patay.
No!
No, basta importante mo.
Sinesecure ni Celsius yung man. Pesto, hindi naman.
Uy!
Uy!
Wala. Ano yun? Nag-pause.
Throwing, man. Throwing.
Ala. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Galing sa
No way. No way.
Parang map talaga ng Sentinel yan.
Map to Sentinel yan, man.
Oo, diba?
Binuhat ko.
Binuhat ko.
Ay, binuhat ka.
Yeah.
Pilipino Halata
Pero siya pinakamalakas
sakit ng bata ko. Tilted na yarn. Tilted tilted. GG, easy.
Pero mo yung kape nila o dala-dalawa.
Tubig yata. Hindi, meron no.
Tubig kape yan, men. O Red Bull.
Yan, men.
Yung yan, kape na may pagka-Red Bull, putang ina.
Illegal ba yung mga weed?
Mga hype kayo.
Wala na, nila.
GG na, laro na tayo.
Open na ako.
Halika na, open na kayo. Saan na kayo?
Study ako.
Fuck you all po.
Gusto na ako.
Hindi gusto.
Load lang ako.
Cutie niya
Ang pogi no
Yeah, cutie nga ni.
He has such a cute smile.
Sino?
May suki shape. Pinakamaliit ng kanina.
Pero ang cute ng smile. Ang cute lang.
Yeah, pogi nga ni.
Diba? Parang siyang
Kamukha niya
innocent
si Vince.
puppy. Alam mo yun? Parang siyang innocent na puppy. Like, the way he smiles.
Uy, alam niyo ba?
17 pa lang yan.
17 pa lang yan.
I
Filipino si second.
see the way he smiles. That's so cute.
Si second.
Balo talaga yan.
Pressure guys, kaya na yan Celsius kasi papalitan siya ni Pencada.
Uy, Filipino siya, men. Alam niyo ba Filipino ko?
Siya nga pumalit kay Pankatan.
Guys.
Tayo, nakapit
Kailan-
na ako.
Alright
Uy,
guys,
nagkasalita
i-end ko
ako.
na yung live guys.
Alam niyo ba?
Bye.